sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Come on. Mama said there'll be days literally just like this. Come on with it. All right. Cowboys got issues, problems, but what are the solutions? Destiny arrives all the same. Come on with it. And now it's here. Solution providers is the content that we're going to talk about today. Come on with it. Yo. Five, four, come on, let this room fill up. Stand tall or not at all with it. Come on with it. See Burleson, I see you in the building. So over it. Come on with it. Gotta get more people in here. Let's get it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Here we go.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting
me? Come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this episode. So, for those who pretty much been circling around with the Dallas Cowboys and understanding that, hey, this is the off season. This is where everybody scrape and try to find content as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, granted, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Kudos and credence for them, right? Solutions for the Cowboys would be to mirror some of these things that the Eagles managed to do. And they paid their players early. They went around in free agency, and they didn't play around with that, by the way. And they surrounded their players with weapons that complement them. Now, there are a large segment of folks who believe that we did the same thing here. And I'm going to tell y'all, once again, we didn't do those same things. It's been a situation and scenario that this has been 30 years, 30 seasons of us ineligible or not eligible to be able to surround our players, our best players, with the best quality of things. Whether it would be coaching, whether it would be talent on the field, whether it just be just even closing the goddamn curtains. Just put the curtains up, man. You know, it's always something here in Dallas, believe it or not. Now, with all of that being said, appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about this. Good morning to everyone. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Here's what we got here on this particular topic of the hour. I was hit up with about 15 messages. Then I looked down again, 15 turned into almost over 30 messages about Skip Salas talking about the Dallas Cowboys and how the Dak Prescott conversation of him saying that, hey, credit to them. I can't tell people to check the record now because they done lifted up the Lombardi Trophy. Now, Dak Prescott, when he's under center versus the NFC East, his record is 33-8. That don't mean nothing, right? Because everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And his also record head-to-head with Jalen Hurts is 2-1, and head-to-head with the Eagles is 9-4. Now, granted, that's only when he's healthy. He lost about 3 games by himself versus the Eagles. The other game that he lost to the Eagles was when the 2016, right? Do y'all remember that, right? So those are the things that we have to quantify. But neither here nor there. Here's Skip Salis on this particular topic, and I got to say this. Buckle up, because there's a lot of Cowboy fans that's agreeing with him.
As a lifelong diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, I am ashamed. I am horrified of what my quarterback Dak Prescott said about the world champion Philadelphia Eagles today. And I'm here to book it, to guarantee that next year the Philadelphia Eagles will romp and stomp my Dallas Cowboys just the way they annihilated and humiliated the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl we all just watched. How can you have the just false bravado to say, yeah, we're going to beat them because we've been beating them? The delusional audacity.
Now, I don't think that Dak Prescott said that with any bravado, right? Keep in mind, for those who are watching and those who are listening, he was there for the kids, for the cancer research. You see, they'll take anything and turn it into some news. They took a great positive event to find the holes and the negatives of what he was doing, for him and Troy Aikman was doing for the Cancer Research Committee. That's how powerful the Dallas Cowboys is. You can't even pick up trash off the freeway by not getting into a situation that all of a sudden somebody's going to take it negative. What he's supposed to say? Oh, my gosh, man. Hey, man, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, man. It's over with for us, man. Oh, my gosh, man. The Eagles won, man. And we supposed to crawl up the Eagles' ass and stay there. Riggs! Get on our knees and bow down to the Eagles, man. And open wide, let them bust all over us, man, because we ain't nothing as Cowboys fans. We supposed to lay down and say, just because Jerry Jones bought the team and he's been going through all of this stuff with the team for 30 years, for 30 seasons, let's all lay down. What do you want to lay on our backs or our stomachs? Y'all Eagles, have y'all way. Come on, man. Yeah. When there's somebody, go Skip Bayless. He's right. I'm already on my knees. I'm already opening it wide for Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Carter, all of the Jalens. I'm opening it wide for them, busting wide open, because that's how y'all sounding right about now. Oh, Lord, you delusional, man. Ray. It's too big. He's too wide. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it down so he can take me. Maybe I have some enough energy I can run away at night. No, I'm fighting. No, I'm fighting. No way. A strong man come through the door. I got my 9, you know what I'm saying? You know, or I got my 45 of blowing back out of the door. But some of y'all let the strong man get in and they rip you apart and spread you out like butter. And all of a sudden when they apply the heat, you just melt down to your knees. And that's how y'all sounding right about now. That's how y'all sounding. It can be 50 years. I will still not be supporting the Eagles, the Washington, the Giants. It's DC for life. It didn't say with conditions. Whatever happened to win, lose, or draw? Ain't that delusional? Y'all done let people take words and take it and throw it out and say, well, I'm a real fan. I'm a realist. Don't even know what the word fan is short for. It's fanatic. That's what it's short for. So, the Eagles win one little old Super Bowl and they get back there again. They win 2 of them, and now y'all bending it all over, dropping it on your knees. God dog, y'all putting super head to shame. How y'all sucking down off the Eagles right now? Come on, man.
I feel like you said we compete with the Eagles and we beat them. Well, once upon a time you did. But like your owner, you're living in the past.
Well, excuse me. If we're living in the past, well, that was last season. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. That's last season. It's new season now. Everything starts back at 0. So when it's the past, it's efficient. Is it a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago? I didn't know that these things come with expirations. Now, granted, damn it, I'm not happy that we haven't been winning. But my degree and all of those accolades that I got back in the days in 2000 and 2000 and what graduated Jackson State in 06, they don't expire. They still the degrees. But that's in the past. So is this past season. Because just before, a year before last, didn't the Cowboys win the division? Look how things changed within a year. Didn't the Eagles lost to the Bucks? Look how things changed in a year. So don't get me with all of this stuff. Granted, they've been successful. We can't take that away from them. But to bow down, to get on your knees, man, come on, some of y'all need knee pads.
You haven't played these Eagles. What are you talking about, Dak? These Eagles are Howie Roseman's masterpiece, the executive of the century. You haven't played Saquon with Becton opening holes for him because once again, you got hurt. You're going to play next year at 32, and it feels like you're 42. It feels like you're already washed. You're broken down, falling apart quarterback. Tore your hamstring up at Atlanta. Dak Prescott, that's what you are to me. For a second time, the highest paid player in all of pro football. You're 2-5 in the playoffs. You're not half the quarterback in the postseason that Jalen Hurts is. It hurts me to.
You know what I love about this? It's because of the isolation for the nation. Watch how he rattles off a lot of Eagle players. Watch how, see, people fail to realize they always make it about 4. Granted, 4 got to play better. I'm not giving this man a golden pass. He got to play better. But look at the circumstances. Watch how he's rattling off other players for the Eagles. I wonder if we can do the same here. Because when I look back at postseason games, I'm still waiting on those fickle Cowboy fans to give me the names of the other people that showed up in the postseason. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for a long time. Can y'all name me other players that when it's time for us to get nitty and gritty in a game, who else shows up? I'm waiting. Oh, I'm waiting. Because y'all can't come up with a name, a number, a player height, stature, and size. But you can come up with 4. I can't make this stuff up.
To admit it to your face, Dak, but you're just not. You haven't played against Quinyon Mitchell. He started to look like at the end of the year the best cornerback in pro football, and Howie drafted him in the first round. You haven't played against Cooper DeJean. Those kids made it. Those are 2.
And they haven't played against Dak Prescott. How about that? A healthy Dak Prescott. They haven't played against him. And look, granted, Granted, Quinyon Mitchell, we like what he can bring to the table. You know, we scouted him coming out of the draft or what have you. He's a really good ball cover guy, and as well as Cooper DeJean, right? We looked at those boys and we said, yeah, they would be great pickups for the boys or what have you. And they went to the Eagles. They drafted. Oh, why did they draft it? Oh, they had a chance to draft ahead of us. Oh, okay, why was that order that way? Oh, because the Cowboys played better than the Eagles the year prior. So, granted, I will say this, in all of its crazy world of everybody sucking off the Eagles, getting the knee pad. Some of y'all knees like Brillo pads. Y'all don't even need the knee pads. Y'all on y'all knees so good for the Eagles. That's okay. You know, yeah. But, granted, this is a year-to-year league. Here one day, gone the next day. Nothing guaranteed. There's a 40 to 60% turnover year to year. Like you said, can't live in the past, even though it's been 1 year.
Two of the best cover corners, they were rookies. They turned around a defense. Did you watch Jalen Hunt in the Super Bowl, their third-round pick? So I just gave you first round, second round, third round. They stole him in the third round. He was all over Mahomes all day long in the Super Bowl. You're going to see him in your nightmares for the next, I don't know how long you're going to be my quarterback, probably for the next 15 years. He's a stud. They got studs everywhere. You haven't played against Zach, but he was first team.
They got studs. They got studs everywhere. You know, I'm going to finish off with this, but I'm going to let him continue to say these things. And if they doing all of that, they'll let you know that they should have 3 or 4 Super Bowls. Shout out to them, though. Let's go.
Team All-Pro thanks to Howie Roseman this year. First team All-Pro. Brought back C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You have played against him, and he has haunted you before. Vic Fangio has had your number every time. Remember when he was the head coach in Denver? You were down, what was it, like 27-0 in the fourth quarter at home against Denver with Vic doing a defensive number on you with his game plan? Twice to Washington, and we're going to lose twice.
No, we ain't claiming those things. And, you know, Fangio defense is pretty good. You know, he was also with the Miami Dolphins, and it took a Chuma Edoga, freezing Edoga, for them to win that game. You know, or was that the game that my guy Hunter fumbled in the end zone or what have you? But neither here nor there, we were still able to move the ball. Granted, we have no room to talk. They are the Super Bowl champs. But don't all of the other teams giving them grace and mercy? It's been 30 years, 30 seasons, but Big D is even in everybody's mouth. Matter of fact, to a degree, the Eagles destroyed the Chiefs, and the first thing that they chanted out was Dallas. That let us know right then and there. We are the team that they want to be. You don't see Cowboy fans after wins, if we eventually get wins in the postseason, saying, Eagles suck, Eagles suck. We already know what they do. You don't have to say it.
To Philadelphia because Dak's talking about how we own them. What are you doing, man? Just keep your head down and go back to work.
Never take advice from a feeble-minded man, right? And this right here, you guys can say, and the reason why I'm posting this particular clip is because all of the people that keep tagging me in this particular clip. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. But never take an advice from a feeble-minded man. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Steve, appreciate you so much for your support. I don't know what happened to my text on it, but there you go. Samson, appreciate you for the $4.99 for your mind. Never, ever take advice from a feeble-minded man. He will have y'all locked up in the jail and the first night y'all giving it away. Yes, indeed. Like you on Harry Hines and you just got your payday. You know, that's just for what it is. And shout out to Harry Hines Boulevard. But my guy over here says Skip is trying to go viral because his own career is going down the drain. Skip is a front runner. Come on with it, baby. Hey, he ain't lying to you. Come on with it. And everybody who agrees with him. Everybody who's agreeing, oh yeah, Skip, man, he's telling the truth, man. Yeah, I'm a Skip Bayless supporter now, you know. Yeah, he's telling the truth. Yeah, he keeping it real. Preach, Skip, preach while you're on your knees gargling. Yeah, make sure you swish them around too, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget.
Swallow that.
Don't forget to swallow while you're down there. Come on with it.
Tip your cap to them. Congratulate them. Don't poke them. Don't antagonize them. Don't ignite them, reignite them. That's all they needed for next year. It's so hard to repeat. And now you've relit their fire before their victory parade. You ended up your remarks today.
That's what it's supposed to do. You know, that's why I love battle movies, you know, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the movie 300, that's why I love it. Oh, wait, that's why I love 300. When the guy snitched on him and told the secrets and gave it away, the Quasimodo guy, right? The hunchback, right? And they knew the Persian army was coming. And they said the arrows would black out the sky. And everything that was going to happen, happened, right? But even though they was outnumbered, outmanned, and even though they didn't have a chance to win, even though they didn't have a situation nor a scenario. Because I truly believe that the multitude, the people that's talking loud negatively, they are the little hunchback, smeagly looking guy. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't have no photos on their pictures when they talking. Just click on anybody link that's talking negative right about now. Just click on their picture. Look at their lifestyle and their accolades. There's barely some out there, right? Just click on the picture. Don't mods, don't block them. Keep them up because I want y'all to click on them, you know, and take a look at their profile and compare their life to my life or what I'm doing here and let me know who's on top. But neither here nor there while they looking up because they like that position on their knees. But he said one qualifying thing that I really like. Oh, yeah, he said one thing that I really like. Even though they were going to lose, even though they was going to be able to fight in a battle, that they didn't have the artillery, they didn't have all of the weapons, they didn't have all of the things. What did he tell them, y'all?
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Prepare for glory, knowing that they was going to lose. And at the end of the day, you can call him delusional. You can call him terrible. You can call him crazy. But he also asked his troops and all of his people,
Spartans, what is your profession?
tell me, if you getting in the fight, who you want fighting with you? A law nation or man that's going to stand tall? Because I can guarantee you, if we going blow for blow, fist to fist, hand to hand, comeback style and beyond, I'm going to leave out standing tall, and you're going to know who Law Nation name is, because they know I don't play around with mine and I stand on business. There's nobody on this planet, Earth, or this dimension or the next that can tell me otherwise, because that's what I am.
Ted, what is your profession?
Come on with it. Yes, indeed. So I stand firm with what I believe in, but some of y'all are fickle. Y'all will lay down. Oh my God, man. Oh, there's no light at the end of the tunnel, man. Oh my gosh, man. I might as well bend it over, man, and tell them drop it back, baby. Come on with it. Where my real ones at? Ain't that right, Lisa? Where the real ones at? Yeah, because what I don't like is for those who say they DC for life, but they got a fragile voice. DC for life, but they fickle. DC for life, and they hear this, and they running. You know what I'm saying? Come on, baby. I want to know where my folks at. Put fire in the chat. If you hear that, you running to the gun shots. Come on, baby. So come on with it. Come on, baby. Yes, indeed. Come on with it. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Rodriguez, Law in Law Nation. Shout out. Skip ain't learned since he called Troy Aikman. Why are you gay? You know, shut the hell up, Skip. DC for life. I still ride or die with Dak. Come on with it. Come on, baby.
Does it better?
And what else?
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Original.
Original, they never will be.
That brother put never will be in there, baby.
By saying, our turn, it's on us.
What he's
Like the
supposed to
ball's
say.
back in your court.
What he's
Watch
supposed to say.
this.
What he's supposed to say.
Watch what? Why would you allow them to already mentally circle both the Cowboy game dates next year and say, we're going to take care of those guys?
Because we want them at our best, and they don't want to see us at our best. Those are two different philosophies and approach. We come up, and this was the first time since, I believe, 2015 or 2016, whatever the weird stat is, of them absolutely sweeping us, right? It was first time in all of those years. Oh, there was no 4, right? Oh, okay. So they would be proudly and boldly and say, yeah, we beat the Cowboys, but not at our best. You say, when we face the Eagles, we always embrace, hey, we want your best. Bring us your best. But we come out there hobbled. We come out there for these last few years, undermanned, and we still put that L on them, right? Y'all forgetting T.Y. Hilton and them, Noah Brown and them. Come on, man. So y'all getting this thing twisted. And the same core of that particular version of that particular defense is still there. Y'all, look, I get it. They won the Super Bowl. There's not a lot of room for us to have any conversation. But if anything should be angry and upset, should be the Chiefs and the Eagles, not the Cowboys.
Because they
the Chiefs should be mad at this.
I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy. Well, that's what you said.
That's what he said. What he's supposed to do? Dismiss the records? Because at one point you say stop living in the past, because everything we say is in the past now. It's all about this right here, what's going down on that gridiron, right? So how can we make rules? What are the rules? 1 year you can talk about that, or is that too long? Because when we do win, that was last year. But damn it, they won the Super Bowl last season. This is a whole new season. It's in the past. You can't have it both ways.
That's exactly what you said. Check the record.
Did you check it? 33-8 in the NFC East. Yes, he have a 2-5 playoff record, but against the Eagles is 9-4. So what are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to say? Or I would love to see the Eagles or the Washington team in the postseason versus the Cowboys. Shoot, check the record. Samson, appreciate you. This could be a positive with all of the negativity. Maybe our voice will be heard. Yeah. And this is what we said last night on the Final Word. We're not asking the Joneses to go out there and give us 5 or 6 free agencies. Check the record. Check the record. We asking them for 1 or 2 moves, major moves. Not a Eric Kendricks, not a James, say it with me, a Washington. Come on with it, baby. Shoot.
The record, no matter, it no longer matters. It's over and done. These are the new Philadelphia Eagles thanks to Howie Roseman.
The same Philadelphia Eagles that won it in 2017 and then faced it in 2018. We obliterated them, and we went on ahead and win us a playoff game. But we didn't win no Super Bowl, of course. right? It's a year-to-year league. But at the end of the day, people going to make it about 1 versus 1 when this guy collectively was at a cancer research fundraiser for the kids. For the kids. Trash, right? But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, they can't keep the D out of their mouths. Here it is right here.
Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks! Dallas sucks!
Imagine this. You in the biggest and the brightest of the stage. You got you a Super Bowl ring, and the first thing come out of your mouths is Dallas. That's a win-win situation. Yeah, Seabass, look at the math. Yeah, that's a win-win situation. We get back on the horse of things, and those guys that's yelling out Dallas suck, they be sucking off on us once again, one more time. But I don't blame the aspect of this right here when people say, hey, Dak says that the Dallas Cowboys are very close. I don't blame the media getting coins and money off of that. That's why it's the media, right? But what I do blame are those who say, man, I rock with the boys, man. I'm silver and blue all day, DC for life. And when it's time to stand firm with your team, they fold. Yeah. So it is what it is. Yeah. We want Dallas suck. Yeah. All right. So before I get into the Micah Parsons conversation, I want to hear my guy Spears on the same topic line of mine, your Spears is on the Cowboys fan saying Dak sounds crazy.
So he said, I feel like we've competed with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we've played them. I
haven't heard this, by the way.
Record when the other guy's holding the trophy, right? But even when watching the NFC Championship and those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times, as I said, I feel confident that we've gotten the better part of each every time. All right, so Swag, what do we think here? apparently the Cowboys are really close to the Eagles who just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, his mic's still working, people.
We're going to let him mourn.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I like it from Dak.
This is...
First and foremost, like I said, people took the wording out of context. What he's supposed to say. What somebody put in the chat, what do he supposed to say? Because if he say, yeah, congratulations, Eagles, man, great job. Oh, he's soft. Oh, man, that dude. Oh, man, look how crazy he is. He's soft, man. He don't even know how to stand up for his team. If he say, yeah, man, if he literally said, hey, man, I would say check the record, but these boys are lifting up the Lombardi trophy. He says a credit to them. He didn't say anything of taking away from the Eagles in their championship and their glory. What are you supposed to say? Come on with it. Come on with it, y'all.
What more do you want from me?
You know what? Coming from Dak, this actually makes me a little bit more upset. I would understand it if it came from Micah. I would understand it. I get it, what you've done on the field. We're not talking about what you've done on the field. We've watched y'all win 12 games in a row, 3 seasons in a row, championships. This is Philadelphia's 3rd Super Bowl appearance. They won 2 out of those 3 in the last, 10 years, y'all?
Yeah.
So right now, you're not close to them. Right now, you're not in the same conversation with them. They've actually been to 3 Super Bowls and have won 2 of them, and the first one was with the backup to Carson Wentz. So I don't want to hear Dak say that right now. It's not the time to say anything.
Well, what are you supposed to say, big boy?
To the Philadelphia Eagles.
What are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to say? And he said what he said. Check the record. But I can't use that now. Man, some of y'all skipped out on school. What are you supposed to say? He says credit to them. We've been very close. He didn't play against the Eagles last season. He was hurt. So, Spears, with the LSU education, what are he supposed to say? They asked him the question. He's at a cancer research banquet. His mom died of cancer. 1,000,002 things is going on in this man's mind. And y'all want this dude to break down on a casual conversations and articulate himself as if though he's running for president. And y'all knee-jerking, he didn't say anything off basis or offline. He's 9-4 versus the Eagles when healthy. Technically, he's 9-3. That first loss came when he had 1 snap in his first game. Well, last game of the season, 2016. And they let Romo finish out that game. Action Files, there you go with the LSU slander. I had to throw that in there. But what I'm saying is, he should represent LSU a little bit better because he's doing a terrible job right now of reading the context.
Nothing.
Yeah, the only Dallas that's close to the Eagles is Dallas Goedert. He's the only person close to the Lombardi Trophy right now. So I get the sentiment, Dak. You wanted to let everyone feel like you're right. You feel like you're right there. I get it. Maybe if y'all would have signed Derrick Henry a year ago, we'd had that conversation.
And that's why the next segue is for what it is. The Cowboys fatigue. Yeah. Now, I got a text earlier in the AM from Dak Attack about the statements of Micah Parsons. And I'm listening more and more to the individuals of the trade Micah Parsons deal. Now, I'm going to stand firmly and say that I don't want Micah Parsons to be traded. I don't want to get rid of generational talent. I don't want to get rid of someone that can wreak havoc out there on the field that can change the outcome of a game. Right? I'm not that one. I'm not that person. I'm not of the belief that this particular guy is the problem. Yes, he do a lot of talking. Yes, his timing of his conversations are very, very much so weirdly, right? And yes, I don't know, Penn State education, I talk about LSU education, but I don't know about Penn State education too. I got to worry now a little bit about Penn State. Somehow, one way or another, boy, Jop says, law forgot, slurp, play less, salute my brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. Samoy B. But I'm not with the ideology of trading Micah Parsons. But there could be considerations. There could be considerations upon which, when you add the context in, on where do Parsons stands when he's talking and going over details with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this was him on the stage. He's speaking to an audience on the Bleacher Report. Shout out to HBO Max. Appreciate them. They my cohorts there. We got some contracts and stuff that we working on. Appreciate them. But what I'm going to say here, contracts or not, this right here kind of crawl up my you-know-what. And I get it from both angles. But you shouldn't have the quote-unquote the leader of your defense, the star-studded player that wears number 11, speaking out to these particular conversations or entertaining these word plays. But let's listen.
I'm a block. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even call Jerry. Jerry got my number block.
Are you upset that Derrick Henry didn't come to Dallas? I said, nah, that's not how God worked. He was exactly where he was supposed to be.
Exactly.
Year 8, 9 of his career, still going for 1,800 yards, playoffs. He was exactly where he's supposed to be. I'm happy that ain't get ruined by us.
Jerry got my number block.
Ooh, all right, Smoke one for you. I got this message from you. Terrence Parsons Jr., shout out to him. Tell me again, when did Dak have a team like Jalen Hurts? He never had the defense. Laughing my effing A off. Okay, appreciate him. Outside of 2021, he didn't have the weapons outside of CeeDee Lamb. It was Dak and CeeDee or bust. No run game. Dak gotta throw it 40 times. And here's the receipt. Let me see his receipt. He says here, Cowboys defense performance in the last 3 playoff seasons or 3 playoff games. I've been looking for someone to give me some answers, and I guess the brother of Parsons giving me the answers right here. Shout out to you, Smoke one for you. In 2023, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass deflection, 0 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 INTs, 0 touchdowns. Okay? And that's the Cowboys defense performance in 2022 playoff game versus the San Francisco. 2 tackles for loss, 2 pass deflections, 0 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 1 INT. I remember that pick too, by the way, from the defense. In 2021, I think he got that mixed up because 2021, that's when AB got the INT, not in 2022 because we had no INT. I wish Trayvon Diggs would have been able to get that INT versus Kittle, but that's a whole nother storyline, so I guess he got the interception wrong. In 2021, we had the INT, but my memory sometimes could be lacking, but I can tell you, my memory sometimes will be on point with the sharpness, so y'all can check that out and look that up. In 2021, 3 tackles, 3 pass deflections, 0 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 INTs, and 0 touchdowns. So, with that being said, yeah, I get it. Shout out to my guy, Terrence Parsons, TP. Appreciate him for what he do for all of the Cowboys community and beyond. They have a podcast, him, Dak Prescott, and as well as King Capers. Appreciate him for what he brings to the table as well. So, with that being said, man, he's right on the money. But back to Parsons. If my memory also served me correct, God dog, his own brother calling him out. God.
Nobody.
Riggs, what the?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Chase. When you really, hey, I'm gonna have to. It took me a second. To check this out. But, hey, at the end of the day, man, oh, man. Mark says, Law, I thought you was better than this. I am better than this. That's why you here. If I was terrible, you wouldn't be here. So I am better than this. So listen, you may learn something. Yeah, it may look half as good if you stay here. Come on with it. Dak delusional fan. Yeah. So Dak can't win unless the defense gets sacks. Well, you saw that from other teams. Right. Name me other teams that's winning in those set of circumstances. Come on with it. So come on with it. Yeah. Yeah, so anybody who's talking bad about law, pull up their profile picture and take a look at them. At the end of the day, take a look at them. Yeah, look at what they doing. I love, there's never been a statue raised to a critic. Yeah, write that down. Put it into your mental mindset. Come on with it. Don't be messing around with law. I don't have the patience to deal with y'all today. And shout out to I schooled Mark over there crying. Mark,
Shame.
Mark said, no,
Shame.
I thought this Law Nation guy was a nice guy. Oh my God! Shout out to you, Julius, man. Thank you for the $20. Thank you for the $20 cash app. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, indeed. But, what the thing is with Parsons, and we heard all types of mindsets and sets of thinking that you could do X, Y, and Z things and these sorts of things. Yeah, go ahead out, Mark. Go ahead, grab a pillow and a blanket and go ahead and sit down and go cry somewhere in the corner, bro. But, one day you probably look half as good as me somewhere one way or another. Maybe AI can help you out, Mark. Appreciate you, though. You have a good one. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, and that's not Mark Holmes, by the way, But, people did floated out the ideal of trading Micah Parsons, and DLLS Media, they came up with something of those particular conversations. And my guy, Mr. Fourth and Long, he always been on that particular angle of saying that Micah Parsons isn't a leader. And we're going to listen to him right quickly. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
If sending away Micah brings me what? 2
DK Metcalf, 2 first-round picks.
Oh, I can turn that into DK Metcalf and then send that to Cleveland, send 2 first rounds to Cleveland, bring back Myles Garrett. I got better.
Okay, now
I got better.
Time out. I got better.
Time out. I got better.
Because here's the thing. That is a great point.
I got better.
Hey, let me rewind. Let me listen slowly. Let me listen slowly.
Brings me what? 2
DK Metcalf, 2 first-round picks.
Oh, I can turn that into DK Metcalf and then send that to Cleveland, send 2 first rounds to Cleveland, bring back Myles Garrett. I got better.
Okay, now
I got better.
Time out. I got better.
Time out. I got better.
Because here's the thing. That is a great point.
I got better.
This front office is too lazy.
If
to
I
do
got
that.
2 first-round picks and DK Metcalf, I ship those 2 first-round picks to Cleveland, bring in Myles Garrett. I got CD has more than maybes, and I still have a generational pass.
Let me pull up Tankathon right quick. Hold on. Let me see. All right, so what they're suggesting is that trade Parsons for DK Metcalf, right? If y'all got to help me out, okay? And for 2 first-round draft picks. So we get DK Metcalf, we get that 18th pick, and we get their next year's first. There are some similarities there. Aiden Durde, he did coach up Parsons while he was here, by the way, for the first, 2 seasons. DK already, is on the tail end of that particular situation there. And then you in return say, hey, that's like a basketball type of trade, right? And you return say, hey, Myles Garrett, we got 2 first-round draft picks for you. And if they are talking about the number 12th and the 18th, that's crazy. Because, shoot, Cleveland could be like, hell yeah, I'll take that, 12th and 18th. Or they talking about next year's first and this year's 18th pick. At least you can spread out and you still have your 12th pick. You still have your 12th pick. You have DK Metcalf. You lose your 18th pick. No. Because they trading you the 18th pick. That would be crazy to do, though. Because the money going to have to work. And like what my guy Jeff Cavanaugh is saying, the damn Cowboys too lazy to think this out. Because I'm thinking my brain and my beard hurt trying to think this out.
Hey, time out. I got better.
Time out.
I got better.
Because here's the thing. That is a great point.
I got
this
better.
front office is too lazy.
If
to
I
do
got
that.
2 first-round picks and DK Metcalf, I ship those 2 first-round picks to Cleveland, bring in Myles Garrett. I got CD has more than maybes, and I still have a generational pass rusher, and
you know who does moves just like that?
Run
The Eagles.
stopper. I got better. So I want to say that I agree with what you gentlemen were saying. But if the King's ransom means something like that, 2 firsts and DK, I can have a better football team. If sending a
I bet you my guy Clarence quiet as a church mouse in that one. All right, so problems, issues, and solutions. All right, so the problem is, of course, the organization structure, right? That we all know that. The issue is whether or not the coaching staff can win with said organizational structure, right? Structure. I can't talk today. And the other issue is, according to, some of the Dak detractors that's in here, is Dak Prescott, right? So if you get rid of Dak, and let's say you get rid of Dak and you just start Cooper Rush for the entirety of the season, maybe we can be 14 and 2 or something like that. Yeah, or 14 and 3. Yeah. But no, that's not the case nor the situation there, right? Dak Prescott, he's here at least until the year 2028. You can't move off of his contract until the year 2028. And he got a no-trade clause on his contract. So he's off his furniture for those who don't understand how that works. And have you ever moved office furniture around? Trust and believe. It ain't light, And especially if it's real, just like cherry wood, dark cherry wood. You ain't moving that around easily. So at the end of the day, you got to understand, how do you win with the quarterback? Well, the quarterback spoken about this yesterday when he said, now granted, you still got to wait for the processes to go through. But the quarterback did say, and he did lament these particular things right here, that you can either take it with a grain of salt, or you can take it and say, well, it is for what it is. Or you can say, all right, cool. Let's go with this process. Let's go with this program. And let's see what can happen in this particular light. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Excited for him, this opportunity. Obviously, I've worked with him for the last couple of years, understanding the type of coach he is, the type of man he is, the way that he approaches the game. I think the best way to exemplify that is the son of a legendary football coach. He's not going to take anything about this game lightly. He enjoys the work in it. Kind of old-fashioned. I'm looking forward to the grind and some things that we're going to do and he's going to add, and excited for him. I know he's ready for it. He's been an assistant for a long time, and something else I admire is the way that he went on with the interviewing process. When you've been an assistant for 25 to 30 years, I know there's a quarterback coach, I know there's a receiver coach, a deep coordinator, and a safety that you can call up without them thinking twice that they're going to come work for you. But for him to go through the due diligence of getting the guys in, interviewing them, and then taking it amongst the other guys that are there and making final decisions, I think speaks highly of his approach and the way that he's going to take care of things.
He talked about you guys being able to have hard conversations with each other. How does that happen? How do you guys build that?
Yeah, I mean, I think just naturally, it's kind of already happened. I know he alluded to, the interception at practice and me giving it back to him. And, it was a great moment of I understand and I appreciate that sense of standard. We're not accepting one play to come out, but at my point, hey, where do I get my risk versus reward? But that was a conversation that was very unpleasant at the front end. But it had to be addressed as something.
It had to be necessary. You throw the interception, get back to the back of the line. This is what I want. I want stern coaching on Dak Prescott. Hard coaching, right? But not just on Dak, but on the entirety of the team. This is not a charity case. We need to win, and that should be the bottom line. So if you mess up, get to the back of the line. I pointed that out weeks ago when Terrence Steele false started, and me and Boss Cowboys Sports, we was at the practice facility, and I pointed to Boss. I said, look at Shotty. Or Brian. Look at Brian. He's coaching. Terrence Steele messed up, take him out of the lineup. Now, when you don't have full autonomy and control of your team, and you on the roster, but you still got the head coach over you, sometimes your voice don't be heard like that. Mike McCarthy might be looking down and say, hey, where's my starting right tackle? Oh, he false started, so I get him out of the rotation. Put him back in. We need to get the play done. But now that Shotty or Brian is running the ship or selling the ship with this thing, he in control. Now, some of y'all would think otherwise and say, well, Lord, whatever ship Brian, Shotty, Schottenheimer is steering over here, it's like the Titanic. It's going down regardless. It doesn't matter, Lord. That iceberg's still there. Come on with it. But yeah, y'all can be on that side. But I'm looking for solutions. You can cry all the time. You can stay on your knees, suck it all up for the Eagles. Yeah, you can suck them off all day. But that's what y'all trying to do. I'm looking for a solution. Y'all looking for, oh my gosh, man, 30 years, 30 seasons, man. Last year was X, Y, and Z, man. We ain't gonna never win. Well, be that person.
Point or another, and it was immediately after practice, and it was two grown men coming to an understanding and appreciating each other for the competitiveness and the standard. And so I'm excited for things like that to grow, and not only just me in the quarterback position, but throughout every position.
He said, not just me in the quarterback position, but throughout all of the positions there. Yeah. So come on with it. Listen properly.
I think he spoke on it in the press conference, right? And then following this year, we just got to get to running the ball, being a little bit more, consistent.
Oh, wow. Got the notification swag going in. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you, Angie. Thank you so much for your support. Normally,
Angie Rebel Chicks $19.99. Lol, why the hell I didn't get a notification that you were live? My feelings are hurt, big bro. Start the stream over. Smiley face.
Well, you're going to have to be part of the rewind squad. And be sure not to watch the opening monologue with little ones. Yeah, Andrew, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your support, though. Come on with it.
Take the money out! All of it!
Take it out.
Come on!
Yeah.
Wasting my time now. Come on!
Appreciate you, Angie. Thank you for your support. Yeah. Time of possession. Yeah. So, here's what I want to say. And I love the fair and balanced approach from Troy Aikman. Shout out to Cowboys Collective. We talked about this. John Machota talked about this. And John Machota, kudos and credence to my guy, John. Machine Gun John, man, he's on his good era right here because, that brother right here also got these clips to go on to ESPN. But if you guys can do me a huge favor, not a small one, go to his Twitter page. Here it is. And subscribe to my brother. That's all he asks. He ain't out here for the fame. That's why I like John Machota. He's not in this for like clickbaits and none of this stuff. He calls it how he sees it, and he give you the unbelievable truth. And there's another side of John Machota that only us know that's in the Cowboys Collective that you guys would never, ever think of. John Machota, man, sure. Boy, John is on a whole different level, y'all. Y'all just don't get a chance to see him before that camera get on. But John Machota, shout out to him. But let's listen to this right quick.
I thought we had more in us, and I thought we would be back. Obviously, we weren't. But not only were we not back, but here we are almost 3 decades later, and no one's been back. And so, I think I speak for the Cowboys faithful in saying that it's been a long time, and this is the Dallas Cowboys, and it's an organization that's had great history, and this team has won a lot of games over the years with a lot of different players, but for whatever reasons, they just haven't been able to get it done in the postseason. But I don't think anybody's happy about that. That's been a part of the Cowboys' legacy and what this franchise has stood for so many years.
No doubt, no doubt. And shout out to my guy Troy, speaking nothing but the truth with this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah, the phone lines will be open, wide open. But in the event, if you somehow tune in to the Law Nation Sports Show, and on top of that, you may have known of someone or know of someone, that's a better way to say it, that got into a fender bender or was at work and they hit their knee on the edge of a coffee table and now their knee ain't working no more. Or if it's a situation where somebody slammed your hand in a car door, whether it's big or small, all I want you guys to do is reach out to our partners over here.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-817. All of the threes your hand can dial. And you will speak to someone with over 100 years combined experiences. They're located in the heart of Dallas. Salute to Dallas. About 9,000 people move here a month, right? There's also a report that 92,000 millionaires live in the state. No, in the city of Dallas, believe it or not. So if you want to join that millionaire club, be sure to reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel, personal injury lawyers. If you ever in any of those wrecks or those damages, and they want to make sure they take proper care of you, unlike those insurance companies. So be sure to reach out to FrenkelFirm.com if you can't dial that number. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. And let me know if y'all in the chat, if y'all one of those millionaires. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I got the first caller, Baller, from the 305. I know where he's staying at. He team trade Micah Parsons for some Skittles, a jump rope, and maybe some draft picks, From the 305, you're live on the Nation, man. What's good with you?
Don't do me like that.
Give me them Skittles, man. And some jump ropes and some draft picks, man, for Micah Parsons. We back. Look, bro, are we going to go edit all year, man, about this Parsons thing?
They y'all crucified me last week, boy, when I did a trade offer, boy. I looked at the chat, man. They said I was on crack. Get them off the phone.
Yeah, and get them off. Man, crucify them,
Hey, listen. The reason why you hear these rumors, man, because the talks are real, and the reason why the talks are real, y'all, because we gotta get out this mess. I know y'all guys want to add other people on. I'm totally with that, bro, but we got to get out the mess. And he's the only way, believe it or not. If he's our best player on the team, just like history repeats itself, right? Like
Herschel Walker, the best player on the team, and they traded him away. Yeah.
We gotta get rid of him. That's the only way, though.
Yeah, and here's the other thing though. You right though, because when there's smoke, there's what? There's fire. So,
exactly.
and these boys, they not dialing 911. They ain't calling Frenkel and Frenkel. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't even pulling the fire alarm. They letting this smoke. Come on, Joneses. This is what I want. This is what I want. 305. This is where you and I will agree on with this Micah Parsons thing. Believe it or not, like Ripley's, bro. Believe it or not, this is where you and I will agree. If the Cowboys don't give this man a contract by the time of the draft, he is at play for being traded on draft day. Because I don't see any other reason for the Cowboys to say to us, to lie to kick it to us, to not sign them, you know. And he already said he would take a team-friendly discount. He would play for dog water. So if the Cowboys don't sign this man by draft day, he's on the trading blocks secretly.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with his talent, Law. And that's
right.
The thing. That's what the fans, everybody got to understand. It has nothing to do with his talent. But like I told you last week, Law, if you saying the same thing, if we criticizing Jerry for always signing his own players, falling in love with the players, and now he's saying, hey, you know what? I might have to do what I did in the past and trade my best player to reset this franchise. Then why are we hating him about that? That's change, right? He's changed it. He's going back to the old ways and saying, you know what, man? Let's get aggressive in free agent. Let's get aggressive in the draft and move up and move down. But the only way you can do that is trading off the players that y'all think are so great or y'all think that's future Hall of Famers. But it's 9 times 10, if put it away, Lord, this is how I feel.
Right.
If Parsons was on the trade block right now, right?
Right.
How many teams calling for Parsons right now? How many teams you think calling for Parsons?
30.
And that'll tell you how good he is.
30 teams at least going to be calling for him, you know. So
that means you have a generational player.
Oh, yeah. 30 teams going to at least try to see, you know, what they got, you know, what they can do in these sorts of things. For sure. Right?
So, absolutely. And I'm going to make this quick. I know you got a lot of callers.
Yeah,
So this is what I'm saying, Law. If we know Tennessee right now is talking about they need a generational player, right?
Right.
Why not go call them up and say, hey, guys, what you looking for? We got them right here for you. They run a 3-4. They run a 3-4 defense, right?
Yeah.
With Michael Parsons, I feel would fit perfect in the 3-4. He's not a 4-3.
Right.
He's not a 4-3 defensive end. He's a 3-4. To me, he's a 3-4 linebacker. So I'm calling Tennessee up right now, and I'm saying, Tennessee, hey, you looking for a generational player? We got him right here. You don't even have to look. You don't have to go in the combine. You don't have to do nothing. He's right here for you, right? I want the first pick, and I want next year first pick. I want my fourth, or maybe we get a player or two, right?
Two first, and Jeffrey Simmons. And you get that first. Did you get a chance to get Travis Hunter or somebody gonna say Cam Ward? Shit. But
that's what I mean, and that was my trade offer. My trade offer is I'm not trying to go in the bottom of the draft. Like, why would y'all go to Seattle at the bottom of the draft just for DJ Metcalf, but he could be a free agent or on a trade block himself? I'm not doing that. No, I want to go get a first pick, and I need a generational player back.
Well,
Well,
a 305, as crazy as it sounds and as crazy as it is, I think that if anybody move off from their players, but I heard that they got rid of that damn GM at Tennessee, you know, would be Tennessee, you know, they move on from that. Look, A.J. Brown got him a whole Super Bowl ring. They moved on from him. So if anybody is willing to do that, would be probably Tennessee, man. But you're right, though, man. But the only way I'll take that is there's a draft day draft or that draft day trade type of situation, right? If they don't re-up Parsons by the draft, they ain't about business.
And that's the thing. I think Jerry really. I want to give you a clip. I don't know if I can email you something.
You on Twitter?
Jerry,
you on Twitter?
Man, I'm a 305 boy, man. I ain't even doing this.
You on Instagram? You on the gram?
I got gram. I got Facebook. I got those things.
Well, we'll drop the clip off in the gram.
I got you. I want to give you this clip of Jerry and everybody talking at the I guess that was the award show they had
Right.
Last week. And he's talking to Prime and he's talking to Shador. And I want to give you a clip before I say it on air so you can probably get.
No, I already had that clip. I already posted that clip.
You already posted that clip?
It's on my Instagram.
He has to do trades, right?
Man, bro, get out of here with that damn Prime back to the Cowboys. Get out of here.
No,
Scoop.
not the Prime thing, but the idea of him thinking that, hey, we got to do some trades. And I don't think you heard him when he was talking to Shador, but he was saying to Shador, hey, listen, if we got to try to come get you, we got to do a lot of trades. And you got to put your caption on to actually see the words that Jerry was coming out of his mouth. You get what I'm saying? Jerry knows what he have to do, and Steven probably knows what he got to do. They got to trade. And I'm not saying Shador, because it was the first pick. I'm not saying Shador, we got Dak. I will go get a Travis Hunter. Easily. I will go get a Travis Hunter with that first pick. And like you said, we got 7th, and we got next year first, and you give me my 4th back. Come on, bro. You probably could reset your team within this year.
Man, I love the fantasy talk, though, for right now, bro. I'm going to put it in the fantasy category only due to the fact that I don't think that the Cowboys would do that, by the way. And on top of that, if the Cowboys don't extend or do something with Micah Parsons' contract by the draft, then kudos and credence to you, because I'm going to be praising you on some stuff, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. I know I got to get out of here, man. I know all the noise in the background. I'm going to call again, and we're going to talk more about it, bro, but fans out there, this is what we got to do, guys. We got to trade out that sir to get this team reset. There's no way adding players on him. If we talk about a cheap owner, he's not adding no other $30 million next to that man. Like, come on, let's be serious, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you calling in, bro.
I'm listening to the call. Thank you for always taking my call, Law.
No doubt, 305, man. And that's not Jermaine Dupri. Y'all keep saying, Jermaine Dupri be calling in, Law. Law be having guests on. Yeah. But the only reason why the Parsons situation is growing more and more because Parsons continue to talk, and Parsons is a podcast, and I think people are fatigued of Parsons talk, and they are just as fatigued of Parsons as if though they are fatigued of Dak Prescott too and his woes, right? So those things are always considered a conversation. But to the next caller from the 607, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
Yo, what's going on, Rob? Hey, yo,
Not much, man.
Last time you talked to me, I was like 2023. When you go, yo, it's due for all the state, da da da. That's the same dude. I've been waiting.
Yeah. You got a lot of noise in your background, man. Turn it down in the back. Well, yeah.
Hey, let me go into the room. I gotta talk to you. Yeah, hang on. And is it free? We talk about. We even talk about Micah.
Dog, I might have to circle back to you, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Hey, you gotta save yourself. Save yourself. Don't try. Oh my gosh, bro. Sheesh. Hey, y'all get some good Wi-Fi, man, some good Verizon signals or something, man. Call AT&T. Says we play at AT&T Stadium. Yeah, but I got 945. You live on the mix. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
What's going on with it, Law Nation? Bishop for flying above the rest, man. Lock you in.
Flying above the rest, man. Come on with it, man. Hold on. Let me get your name here, and I'm going to use my my hooked on phonics typing skills now, you know. What you got for me, though, flying above? What you got for me?
Man, same. So I got a couple of things. So number one, I think we should make some adjustments to the offensive line. Now, here's what I'm thinking, though.
Right.
I like Brock Hoffman. I do. But he's a good, grimy, rough record guy, which we like. But I think Terrence Steele will be better suited if we just kick Steele inside at that right guard spot, assuming Zach Martin retires. I'm not trying to kick Zach Martin out the door.
Man, he's already 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And the words, the mighty words of Bill Parcells, once you thinking about retiring, you retire. You know, so. Jeez.
Yeah, but you made up an extra point on the final word yesterday. Steele is the darn good run blocker. Let's kick him inside. And let's see if we can go get us a nice tackle that can be suitable for their right tackle spot. Guyton will be okay with more reps and better coaching at the left tackle spot. Cooper Beebe,
Hey,
we're looking for
you gave me an ideology, bro.
Okay.
And shoot, if the Eagles can do it, and shout out to all of the Eagles fans that still watching right now, because if they stop watching, they're gonna ask for my plaque back. You know what I'm saying? They moved Micah Micah, whatever that big tall Belton. They moved him inside as guard, right? Did they do that?
Yes, sir, number 77.
And he's a mammoth of a man to be able to try to squeeze out and move some stuff, pause if necessary.
Yeah, if Robert Saleh had a problem with him at the Jets, Robert Saleh had a problem with him because he wasn't athletic enough to kick outside.
Kick outside.
The Jets would have just kicked him in. If the Jets would have just kicked him inside, he would have never left the Jets.
I would like to see. I'm gonna ask Duke. Can and he gonna cuss me out because he gonna be like, nah, because he want Terrence Steele to stay at right tackle. But is there a situation and scenario that we move Tyler Guyton at right tackle, slide my guy Terrence Steele to right guard, and now you will have Awesome Richards, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Terrence Steele, and Tyler Guyton.
Okay, so I got a question. So you like your Awesome Richards more than Matt Waletzko?
Hell yeah! Well, let's go. Need to go. Sure. I'll put Fly Parks in there or Lola in the chat over my guy Matt. Well, let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's what I think we need to do to the O-line, and I think that'll really solidify our O-line. As we know, Dak is a secondary quarterback, so we got to have a darn good O-line to keep him upright.
Yeah.
For whatever running back, no matter what running back we put back there, we got to have a good O-line.
Got to.
Dak to stay healthy. Yes, sir.
Dak stay healthy. Yeah.
Back,
that right side. Say whatever you want to say about Tyler Guyton, but that brother is athletic.
Yes, he is. He's got basketball background.
Basketball, tight end background, all of that stuff. So if you slide him over to the right side, and of course it's going to be a little turbulence for the first two months or what have you in training camp because he got to relearn everything on right side. And Terrence Steele, he's a mean guy. The problem is with Steele is he was getting turnstile. His kick slide wasn't there, and him on an island by himself and not trusting his lower body. We've seen some problems with him, but now he got two people wedged in between. Shoot, that might resurge we might get some of that money back from his playing production,
Boom. Research for that contract. There we go. There we go. Oh, now I'm talking about bettering the team, right? So here's what I'm thinking. The Rams is asking for a fourth. We don't have a fourth, right? Here's what I'm thinking, Law. What else? We offer the Rams a fourth next year and the fifth this year for Cooper Kupp. What you think? I know it's a little bit to give up, but think about it, Law. What are we really going to do with their fourth round pick next year and their fifth round pick this year? We try to win now, right?
Well. We can sell Tolbert to them. We'd be like, hey, we give you this year because we got 2 fifth-round draft picks, man, and we can be like, hey, he's a younger guy. He had 8 touchdowns last season. He's on his upward pattern.
You think Sean McVay gonna go for that?
Hey, he just trying, and then they willing to take some of the money. Well, I'm just trying to say it's a sucker born every minute, right? So I'm just trying to figure out if Sean McVay, come on, do us a favor. It takes two to tango. Yeah. And on top of that, they're getting something back in return because the next year's fourth, it's an unknown. At least you can know that with Tolbert, he was a former 3rd round draft pick, right? And, he had, 6 or 7 touchdowns. He had production last year. It was equivalent to the amount of what you had out of Kupp far as touchdowns. So, yeah, shoot. Shout out to Tolbert, but shoot, give me Kupp.
Okay. Now, for the defense, Law, I'm all for bringing back Osa, but I know you're a big fan of Jordan Lewis, but I'm totally out on Jay Lou, man. I'm totally out on Jay Lou. But I want Osa back.
Who's your best defensive back on this team right now?
Best defensive back on the team right now, Diggs, and he hurt, but
you won't see Diggs until 2026. 2025. There's ladies right now that's going to get pregnant right now. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to go through the process of getting pregnant. And they're going to have said baby. And the baby going to be goo-goo and gaga. And before we see Trayvon Diggs out there. Yes, indeed. I hate to tell that to you, man. It's recovery time. Look up his recovery time. It's 9 months for him, bone to bone. You know what I'm saying? Like body to body, skin to skin. This brother got bone to bone on his knees. And it's going to take 9 to 10 months for him to recover. So that's a lady right now that's laying on her back that's going to get pregnant and have a baby. And it's going to be gaga goo-goo. And before Trayvon Diggs get out there on the field. So yeah. So I'm keeping J. Lou.
Ooh, okay, Law. Well, I got a question. Since this is that much of a problem health-wise, and we know sadly Bland is a free agent now. So should we go in free agency and go get a running back and you just 12th pick on the corner?
12th pick on the corner? No. I'm still. Cornerback is one of my major needs on his team, right? And we know that Josh Butler, even though he showed us a little something last season, but he's coming back from an ACL. So I don't want to be the ACL boys. I like what Bland can do, but Bland, to me, at his highest potentials, would be a better slot guy. He's a nickel corner. But he's playing on the outside, and I got to allow Matt Eberflus to figure out what he can do with Bland. But Bland is my quasi-best cornerback on this team, but my most seasonal cornerback is J. Lou. I'm trying to figure out a way to bring Lou back because of those factors.
But we also got to do some safety.
I know, man, but I'm going to let somebody else flying above the rest, man. Bro, you got some good stuff, man, but I got this line longer than Jay Leno's chin. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for getting in. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's flying above the rest, man. Yes, indeed. I do like that name, by the way. The Cowboys, they must, M-U-S-T. And I ain't talking about why, because we got Mando for all of that. Speaking of that, and if you are of the area of Musty and you probably need to clean up just a little bit before my guy VIP jump on because he's the next caller, well, first you got to wash it all off, and then apply some Mando, and let's listen to him. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go, and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
No doubt. Let's go, man. I got from the VIP. You're live on the nation, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Lord, it's VIP, baby. You know, Lord, I told you my birthday is next week.
Come
on,
on
get
with
me some Manscaped. I think that's what I'm gonna order. I'm gonna order me something for myself. Just to take care of me some me.
Okay.
I can see, Lord, Lord, for a minute, Lord, I almost was in my feelings when I'm watching the clickbait that you got on here. Because if I hear somebody else talk about my goddamn lion, didn't I tell y'all the lion and my quarterback are off limits to you Slurpees? So if y'all want smoke with y'all, I'm telling you, keep the lion trade out your mouth. I'm going to start running down on people.
Wow.
How can we trade our best asset, Lord?
well, that's the Herschel Walker mindset. VIP.
Look, we don't got Minnesota, to trade with us like we did, and we're going to get Emmett, and we're going to get Troy, and we're going to get, well, Mike was already here. We got like 3 Hall of Famers. Lord, we aren't, like, come on, Lord. Like, this is why, Lord, all season has turned into slurp season. The slurp fearless. It turned into slurp season, Lord. What are we talking about? Trading? After we watched the Eagles, what did they do? Lord, I mean, tell me, Lord, if the blueprint is not set, what did the Eagles do to the greatest quarterback walking on water in the Super Bowl, Lord?
Man,
what did they do?
They didn't blitz him, but they played some sound defense. They rushed 4.
Did they not pressure him, though?
They pressured that brother, man. You know, yeah.
Pressure bait pipes, Lord.
It does.
So you're telling me you want to take the only person, person who has the most pressures in the NFL and say, hey, let's just do a hard reset. We'll wait 3 or 4 years on some more players. We'll get a 1 or 2 or 3. Man, go 1, 2, 3 in the
all right, so VIP, the only way now I agree with you. I don't want Micah Parsons to be traded, by the way. But if the Joneses refuse to get off of their ASS, right, and sign that brother to a deal before the draft, I think that they talking about trading because they're allowing this smoke to be here, and they're looking for a draft day trade, bro.
You act like this is something new. Jerry likes to be in the headlines, Lord. He'll wait till the goddamn, when does the camp start, Lord? He'll wait till whenever the goddamn draft is, April whatever, to the day of the draft to sign he likes headlines, Lord. Do we not, Lord?
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to get in front of this VIP so that they can at least, if enough rocks hit that windshield, he can stop his car, get out of his car and say, hey, throw another damn rock. And that's what I want to do. I want to push the envelope so that he can get Micah Parsons pretty much signed before the draft. If not, then he's on the trade blocks, bro.
And this is what I'm going to tell you. And this is just from I could watch people's body language.
Okay.
Mike and Jerry already had a talk. You see how Mike will be talking about Jerry. Him and Jerry have already talked. I'm sure he said, Jerry, I'm a Super Bowl, man. Why am I seeing this? Jerry said, look, man, didn't I tell you I got that bag for you? Didn't I tell you? So miss me with all this talk. Yo, Lord. Jerry is supposed to be 90,
now I do got some inside information on that. So I can't. But you are on the right parts of that part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you are on the right part of that part of them having some conversations, and I do have some inside information on that. So yeah, you're right. But I need one other thing to happen. Yeah. I need one other thing to happen though. I'm still gonna hold my stance.
Jerry got to get out of the back seat, out of the parking lot pimping mentality. But Lord, in order for us to play in free agency, he doesn't have a choice this year, Lord. We have 20 or 30 free agents. We have to, Lord.
But here's the thing, though. Whoo, boy, you good. But here's the thing, though, and it's the only reason why I got to wait, because Jerry got a mind and Stephen Jones got a mind. And a double-minded person, or a person, you can't have two masters, basically.
Yeah, can't have two hands in the chest.
Two hands in the chest.
That's what Bill said. You can't have two hands cooking, bro. Let me cook. Somebody got to cook. Somebody got to serve somebody got to do the dishes. So I need Steven to go do the dishes and let Jerry cook.
But you know what? Here's the here's the thing, though. I got to know where Stephen Jones stands at with Micah. You see, Jerry might get arousal out of all of this conversation that Micah Parsons doing, right? During the offseason, keep the lights on and everything, keep mentioning the Dallas Cowboys. But Stephen Jones may despise and hate this. So I got to see how this angle going to go. So I'm going to reach out and see what's going on with the situation.
So it's a tug of war in the front office? That's what you're telling me, Lord?
It's always been a tug of war. If Stephen Jones was running this ship or driving or selling this ship, D-Law wouldn't have been here last season.
No,
he wouldn't have got read up.
I mean, crackologist, capologist, whatever you call it.
I love the crackologist. but at the end of the day, and if Stephen Jones running this team and organization like he said he is, or like people think, then Trey Lance wouldn't have been here last season, right?
Facts.
So
Jerry went and got him. I heard Jerry just bypassed Mike with coffee, everything. Like, no, that's what I want. Give me that right there. To do nothing with him. Have no game plan. You had no game plan for this guy. And then you say, hey, the last game, why don't you go out there and do.
No doubt, man. But bro, you got some stuff, man. But in closing, though, because I got this line long.
Let me say this in closing, because I hear y'all talking about my Q, and you know how I feel about my quarterback. I just got my new Dak jersey. The kids ordered for my birthday, Lord.
Oh man,
I can't wait to go on live, Lord, because Lord, I'm trying to think. Half of these people have never either played real sports or been in a real fight, because I have never bowed down to no man. I don't give, Lord, I'm still rocking my Cowboy shit right now, Lord.
Yeah.
I just walked past, had an argument with a Philly fan. I don't give a goddamn if you won or not. My quarterback is 9-3 against y'all. We're going to scrape you next year like we've been scraping you. So what you want me to say? Oh, y'all won a Super Bowl. Let me put my Slurpee knee pads on and slurp you off like the rest of these Slurpees. I just don't get what y'all want. My quarterback, if he would have came on and said, oh man, you know what, I'm paying homage, let me give him his flowers. I get the F out of here, Lord. Yo, shout out to 100 Grand, shout out to MJ, shout out to Toxic Charm, shout out to Sadiqa, shout out to the real Cowboy Nation, Lord.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, man. That's VIP, man. Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Johnny Blue, are you done talking about Skip? Too much bull sugar. Yeah, we done talking about Skip, man. Hey, oh my gosh, man, that was crazy. All right, I got from the 971, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrankelFirm.com. You're live on the Nation. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up?
Boy, you out just about to press that button, man. You're live. Talk to me.
Don't make enemies with me. Check this out.
Check it out.
Why they worried about trading Parson when they got a problem at backup quarterback? Now, I see he came out with a clip the other day talking about, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. We on the road. No, I don't want to hear none of that shit. None of that shit. Until you come out and prove it to me after your 9 years, no. Don't fool me with that bullshit drama. You're a poster boy for the Cowboys. What you need to do is find out game plan to replace him. You better. He's already in the building. Trey Lance. Resign him. Develop him.
Did they re-sign Trey? Did they re-sign Trey? They didn't re-sign Trey. They haven't yet.
Restructure that contract. Look, did he have surgery? Yes. 2 years to hear from that. You got to come up with a game plan to replace him, because he goes to Tony Romo in the making. He's here to collect the paper, and he's not going to show anything more than that. Have you seen Philly? Have you seen Washington run these offenses that they're running? The bootleg play action, Mississippi talk, over the top. Now, you follow that same fucking formula. You don't go away from it.
True.
That's how you continue to beat this. No, his days are done. The first injury is going to be all off season. They're going to talk about that. They're going to say, hey, is he healthy? Hey, what's going on with him? No, don't fool me with the talk. Don't fool me with the clips. You can go down there and Oxnard all you want. You can go down there. You can go to the coverage in Dallas all you want. Don't fool me, because we need a mobile running quarterback. He's in the building. I love that. As a human being, he's a good poster boy. He's a good father. Other than that, outside the football field, this is what I grind on. This is what I raised in Mississippi. Don't come out here and fool me. This is my
So what shred of evidence that you think that the Cowboys are going to re-up Trey Lance and they're going to give him a contract based off of what evidence?
They don't have a backup plan behind Dak Prescott. Nothing's in the building. He's already in the system. Don't go away from it. He's faster than Jalen Hurts, throw better, and Daniels. We need somebody in that division that can play.
So JP, so in your mind, hold on, give me time to get in on this, man. So hold on, hold on, JP. So you saying that right now out of your mouth to everybody's ears that Trigger Trey, my brother Lance is better than Jalen Hurts and as well as Jaden Daniels?
He is on. He hasn't had the opportunity to shine.
He just don't have the opportunity.
From what I saw, listen to me. From what I saw in the Washington game, he played with the ones without Lamb. You can look. Hey, Brooke is in the house.
I know.
JP show. I love the show. I love you, bro. But look at what you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I'm trying.
You have to figure out what is your scheme with Dak Prescott?
They're gonna develop. They're gonna run the ball to throw the ball. You know, run the ball, throw the ball.
When that shuts down, where do you go now?
Hey, at the end of the day, that's what their plans is. I don't know what else you want. What more do you want?
Well, I want you to open up and realize and understand the defenses are getting that they're younger, they're faster, they're talented.
Right.
You saw Philly.
Right.
The first game is Dak Prescott gonna roll his ass out there if he makes it through camp because of the injury. It reminds me, I keep swinging. This is a joke to you.
It is.
I love the laughter. It's a joke. It's a joke to me. How you clowning? Check this out.
Go ahead.
If Dak Prescott rolls his ass out there, if he makes it through, understanding. Hey,
hold on.
Dak is a good person.
Hey,
he'll get a football player.
Hey, you know what? You know what, JP? You know what I want to do? You know what I want to do? I'm gonna stick my guy on you right quick. VIP and JP. Yeah. VIP. Go ahead. Get him, boy.
JP, Bush, I need you to be tested, bro.
Say something stupid.
Go to the 99 store, go to the dollar store, go get a drug test, B. What the hell are you talking about?
Go get slugged.
Trey Lance is better than the quarterback that just went to the NFC Championship? Oh, my gosh.
I'm not saying that. He's on the skill set. He's on the skill set, young man.
On what skill set? What we gave him the whole preseason to prove himself.
Did you not watch the Washington game?
Yo, hold on. I give him flowers for that. I'm not giving him flowers. I'm giving him
time out. I'm talking now, Slurpee.
If you see a Slurpee, slap a Slurpee, B. If you see a Slurpee, slap a Slurpee.
Don't call me B, young
man. Run down.
Throw your roll
If
down.
you see a Slurpee, slap a Slurpee. What else are you get to?
Do you not understand?
JP, where you at, man? Where you at, B? We need a fucking person. We need you need a man. Maybe you need some manscaping in your life. That's what's wrong with you. You ain't never been manscaped in your life. I've been down on you.
Calm down. Calm down.
In your life. Put Slurpee and VIP in the same sentence. I will run down on you.
You won't do a damn thing.
Are you Slurpee? Yo, what Slurpee is?
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God. I got from the 253, you're live all the way from Washington. You're live, man, for the 253. What's good, bro? You're live.
Hey, what's that?
Not much, man. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, it was too funny, man. What you got for the show today, man?
You got your boys ready to fight them, man. What's going on? That's
my Mississippi guy, JP. Man, and then there's my Brooklyn guy, man, VIP, man. That battle, they battling. But what's good? What you got for the show today, man?
Hey, well, look at all this is me, man. I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan for over 50 years, man. And I know I'm stuck with Jerry.
Yeah.
See, I got to look for some silver linings in them dark clouds.
Right.
So I'm thinking about being physical. Everybody want to be physical again. So if you're going to run the ball, just by that thesis or theory, however you want to put it, alone, that, I believe, will create physicality. Now, since we stuck with Jerry, we got the hope that Steven is in his ear telling him to leave all this crazy stuff alone.
Right.
All right? I'm a Micah Parsons fan, but I don't like the way he talks. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Right.
But they ruined his career, man. They put him at edge rusher when he's supposed to be an off the ball linebacker.
Okay.
If he was that middle linebacker, even in Zimmer's system, he would have played out of his mind because that's just the way he is.
Right.
If he sees something, he can go get it. Because when they first drafted him, they told him, see quarterback, get quarterback, because Frank was hurt.
Right. So we get the ideology of Michael Parsons. You like the player, but you can't stand the podcaster. You know.
Yeah, the podcast gets on my nerves.
Yeah, the podcast.
But that's okay. I can deal with that.
Right. So what's your solutions, man? What you want, man, for the 2025 season?
Let Eberflus put the linebackers where they belong.
Right.
I hope we can get Overshown back.
Yeah.
But let him put the linebackers where they belong. Get Dak a running back and a receiver. Because the offensive line, believe it or not, I think is fixable.
No doubt, man. I think that they did a great move from the 2-5-3 on bringing in Clayton Adams, and I think that we need to just see how the rest of this menu is going to be on the table for us, man. But appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, bro.
All right, I'll keep it going, brother.
No doubt and no diggity, man. So yeah. That's my guy 253. All right, so I got 206, and then I have my guy Def King. So y'all hold tight, and I see Adam. So those are the next three. But I appreciate y'all for jumping in. Let's get with the 206. My guy MJ live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What up, Lord? You trying to create a lie on the show, man?
No, what I'm gonna do here, man? JP, he from my state, you know. Shout out to him. Shout out to all my Mississippi boys, you know. But next week, I'm gonna try to come up with a time frame for the battle royale. You know what I'm saying? So I think JP, he's a diehard Trey Lance fan. And his stance with Trey Lance, he ain't moving off of that stance. So
he already lost.
Yeah, I know. You know,
Trey Lance, you know, but
he athletic, you know.
But this new run scheme, with this play action with that boy Speed, he might got something there though, Law. Because that quarterback from Arizona. How he destroyed us. Remember when we played him?
Oh, you talking about Joshua Dobbs. You know what? Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if the Cowboys this offseason go grab a Joshua Dobbs, even though he's on the 49ers. I wouldn't mind him being the backup. I seen even Jerry Jones talking to Jameson Winston. I wouldn't mind for them to bring those boys in. Just somebody different than the Cooper Rush and rolling out Will Greer again. We already seen those storylines, and I get it. For those who want to get rid of Dak Prescott, you know, I get that because I can't guard people's feelings emotionally about a quarterback that's going into his 9th or 10th season here, going into his 9th season here, you know, and we have 2 playoff wins. So I'm not going to go against someone feeling a certain way with how they feel about Dak Prescott, but my stance is still my stance. He's here. He's here until at least year 2028, 2027.
This man had so much bad luck with this team, with the bad coaching, the game against Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know, first game and then the 49ers games, bad coaching. You know, it's going with both the coaching and the players. Everybody accountable. So I'm not going to make no excuses for nobody. We should have been way ahead of where we've been. But today is now. I'm not worried about that. We got to let that go, y'all. If you keep thinking about that. Because I told a Philly fan, he was bragging. I said, well, you know, you got 2. We still got 5. He said, well, that's 9. I said, but I could say the same thing, but it took you 80 years to get these 2. So what are you talking about? He shut up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, Law?
Yeah.
You keep saying 30, but it took you about 80 years to get 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
So shut up. I don't want to hear that. We got 5. We should have had 6. Jackie Smith dropped that one against Pittsburgh. So it's all good, bro. But I say, you know what? When I watched that film, I saw the Arizona running game, and our offensive line is better than theirs, and they was running all on y'all. So you try to play a 4-man run with us next year, all y'all, and see how many yards you run on y'all. And this going to help Dak with the player. Now, I'm agree with the fans.
Right.
If Dak can't do it with this offense new scheme, they got the best staff ever. The passing coordinator.
Right.
That Dak love to pass. The running, the schemes, the line is going to all be in place.
Yeah.
We ain't got no excuses. And it's going to open your receivers up.
Yeah. Based off of what you're saying, MJ, you 1,000% right. You know, from this perspective, everything we've been talking about for the last few years on what Dak Prescott need, N-E-E-D. And if the Cowboys, and this is where I'm trying to tell people that this is where I agree with you at. They are doing everything on paper for right now, according to what we've been talking about in the last 4 or 5 years for Dak Prescott. They doing it. They talking about implementing run game. They talking about building from the trenches. They talking about getting him some playmakers, some skill set players. They getting better coaches. This is what they specialize in. Now they talking about it, right? We are seeing some movements of it. Now we just need to see the results. I need to see, bro, them doing something in free agency. If they don't do nothing in free agency, that means that slick back was telling us a lie. You know what I'm talking about? Stephen Jones with the hair comb back to the back, looked like a face full of, a handful of hot rocks hit him in the face. You know, he looked just as old as Jerry. If he don't do those moves, then I'm going to be talking bad about him. I'm really going to be talking bad about him. Yeah.
I know I'm not trying to trade for Cooper Kupp. Sorry. I'd rather do your point. I'm going to draft the receiver if I have to. I don't want no Cooper Kupp because I got Mingo. I haven't seen what Mingo could do. Fat boy gone. I ain't seen what Florin. I seen what Florin do because he torched one of the best corners out of the Raiders. The boy's fast. He get out his step. He's big, strong, fast. Yeah. Now, with this scheme, y'all about to see something. I ain't get to see my number 9 do nothing. So, everything. So, you get your receivers. Now, with this scheme, you're going to see some danger with the play action. Yeah. Now, the key is my defense. Defense. I want my defense. Now, I'm going to say one more thing before I get out here. Dak Attack. I was on your boy Dak Attack show. I said it. Michael Parsons. I love Michael Parsons. Yeah. VIP, I love it. Michael Parsons, I'm a Cowboy fan first before you. 61 years. You either with us or you're not, bro. Stop bragging about other people. You like a woman. You like a pretty woman, and you want everything. And we give you, and you still crying, and you'll get everybody cut. I remember Harper was about to fight you in that practice, and I think he would probably kick your butt. You probably got Harper kicked off the team because he smacked the hell out of you. You wearing D-Law them out because they tired. That's what he said. He was tired. They tired of you running your mouth, bro. You act like a woman. Stop acting like a little B.I. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, B.I. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And one
but
more thing.
one more. Okay, one more.
One more thing. You know, a trade, now, a trade law. I would trade Michael Parsons. We get Cleveland number 1 pick. That's who I'm going to replace him with. They're going to trade Parsons for your boy Miles, and they say they give us Miles and their number 1 pick in the 3. I would take that all day. Because you know what I'm about to do? Bye-bye, Parsons. I'm going to get number 11 from Penn State. He taking number 11. We got the new Mike Parsons with Miles Garrett and a number 3 to get that receiver. Come on, baby. What you think, Law? What you think?
Hey, man, you got to be equal siding of a party agreement there. But I feel you, man. Yeah.
When you take that long, we get that number 1, replace with number 11 from Penn State.
That will be, and the kids say diabolical, they'll be diabolical, bro. Appreciate you for calling in, man.
How about them Cowboys? And let's go Lakers. We're going to get this chip. I'm about to have a parade. You come to the parade, Law?
Yeah, come on with it, man. Yeah. I got property downtown in L.A., man. So, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. Come on with it, come on with it. Yeah. To live and die in L.A. Yeah. L.A. my second home over there. So, who was the next person? Was Def King and then Adams? Okay, Def King, Adams, and then Aaron. All right, so 956, you in the mix. Talk to me.
No, what's good, Lo? I hope you can hear me. Sorry, I'm outside again.
No, you good. You sound great, man. Come on with it. Yeah.
Man, I got three things. Micah, Dak, and coaching. Where should we start?
Micah, Dak, and coaching. Start off with Dak, then throw in Micah, then finish off with coaching. Go ahead.
Bro, everyone needs to get off Dak already, bro. He was a 4th-round pick, and he's statistically still, if you ask any of your phones, one of the best rookies to ever do it, next to Ben Roethlisberger.
Right.
So, if that's already out there, and Google's going to tell you that, okay, what is it to you if another mouth like VIP or me telling you what it is? So, for a 4th-round pick to do that, compared to C.J. Stroud as a 2nd-round pick or all these other guys, I don't know what the other QBs that were up there besides him. I can't, I don't ring a bell right now, but you get what I mean. Those guys here, okay, they're a 1st-round pick, 2nd-round pick. They're meant to do something like that, supposedly. Anyone guys like us.
Now, before you go down that pathway, bro, and Def King, I appreciate you for all of your support. Here's my only thing is with Dak Prescott. Once he got paid that $40 million contract, he was no longer a 4th-round draft pick. He was a $40 million quarterback, right? And now that he got his other money, he's going to be considered a $60 million quarterback. So I get where he was drafted at. There was many a moons ago. And I get where his shortcomings are at. And even with his game plan, I know for sure that it's hard to win in the National Football League. People think that is easy, right? It took Peyton Manning, who we all know who had all of the skill sets and the accolades, about 8 years before he can win the biggest and the biggest and the biggest of the games, right? So with Dak Prescott, if Peyton Manning need all of those weapons, all I've been saying since Dak Prescott been here, if Peyton needed, Dak needed, and we haven't even went down the roadway to have what Peyton Manning had with Dak Prescott. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. No, if you're not blind to it, anyone can see, man.
Right.
The coaching's always filled in, and it's always in the back of that to see what he can do to make him be an elite QB, super QB, which maybe not, he's already on an incline on his health-wise, but as you said, you can't say it any better. Right. Next thing, Micah or coaching.
Coaching, go ahead, go and do the Micah Parsons thing. Micah Parsons.
All right, Micah. The Micah part, everybody got to realize that he is very similar to Jerry Jones. He loves to talk. I believe everything he said is just like Jerry Jones. Oh, I'm going all in. That was Micah saying, "Oh, Chiefs," just to get the people to the Chiefs fans can get all happy about it. We're not gonna like it, of course, because especially me. That was when he first came out. I got his jersey. I knew that he was going to be a good prospect. But hey, man, I can't hate anyone for what they want to do in life.
Right.
For if it's family wise or for money, things like that. If they got to do what they got to do, I guess, man. But broken hearts, it happens like that. So people are going to get hurt off of what it is. But that I wouldn't trade him. If I did trade him, it would have to be over someone that where he got picked over 12, I believe, right? He got picked at 12 or 11.
I think he got picked number 12 or something like that. Yeah.
See, I would have to do something like that, something similar above 10, just so I can get something that I would know that it'll be a similar impact. Hopefully, it's still a hope. I already got a good car. Why am I going to turn it in for something else? But I get everybody's points. Man. Everybody has their points, and it's good to hear everybody out. But I wouldn't. I got a perfectly good check right now. I'm not going to trade it out, for something else when I've already been using it for years and I invested, my time and my effort into it.
Yeah.
But that's that part. Then this one. This is the one I want. I'll make it shorter already. Coaching. No. This is the one I want to ask you. How is it that the Cowboys are getting these coaches? Okay, you got Jerry at the top. You saw what the season was before. It wasn't that great. Yeah. So now you put that into perspective. Look at the new coach now. Okay, this is the first time coach. I understand he has a family into coaching this and that, but he's the first time coach.
No doubt.
How are they really needing these guys? What's the bait to go after all these guys? Now I look at it as this is Jerry's probably last run. Is he paying these coaches good money that the Jets got mad, the Arizona got mad, the who else got mad? Kansas City State or whatever from the Dodgers, those people got mad. Oregon got mad. If all these people are getting mad that these coaches are leaving, they must be good coaches.
Yeah, they lost good coaches. Yes, indeed.
So if they're good coaches, how are they getting persuaded to come over here to be under Jerry as what the team is right now? The only thing I consume is about the money. I believe you think he's finally putting out? You think he's finally going to pay the piper?
I don't know. I don't know what these structures as far as money is looking like, but we'll find out, man, once all of that information hit. Def King, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, sir, brother. That's what I wanted to ask you on these questions because I know you get it to me and you make a video on it or something like that. I know you'll be getting me information. So salute to Long Nation. Salute to you, Long. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day.
No doubt. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So Drew states that that's cap. Dak has some stacked teams. 2019, Dak had Cooper, Cobb, Gallup, Witten, and Zeke, and he missed the playoffs. So if I had a gun to your head, Drew, and you had a choice to pick Tony Dungy or Jason Garrett to coach you a game, and on one end, you have Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, oh my goodness, Jeff Saturday, and Dallas Clark. I think they had Joseph Adai, or dare I say, Adrian James. I forgot when Adrian James left. I don't think Adrian James got a Super Bowl ring with the Colts or what have you. But to say those points, that Dak Prescott had the equivalency of what the Colts had, and you had a choice to pick, just the choice to run those teams, Tony Dungy or Jason Garrett, I need to know, Drew, who would you pick? And if it took Peyton Manning all of those years with all of those things, you got to understand Peyton Manning had Marvin Harrison since day one. And then they went and got Reggie Wayne. They already had a good offensive line. Dallas Clark and all of those boys. And let's not even talk about their doggone defense. Dwight Freeney was no one to sneeze at, by the way. So are you equivalent, if you comparing what Dak Prescott had to what Tony Dungy built over there, let me know. Is that what you're saying? Come on with it. So people fail to realize the expectations is still for us to win the Super Bowl regardless. And they're going to put Michael Gallup in the same room as Reggie Wayne? You're going to put, man, no offense to my guy Amari Cooper, in the same room as Marvin Harrison? None of y'all know football at this point, baby. It took them forever. That team was loaded. Oh my gosh, man. Drew says you guys love moving the goalposts. Dak, Jaden made the NFC Championship game with lesser talent. Well, let's see if he make it back again. It took 5 turnovers. 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 turnovers for Jaden Daniels to win his first playoff game. And if you combine the 7 to how many times we've been in the postseason, it doesn't even equate to 5 turnovers of what our defense forced. Y'all missing. Y'all worrying about the peas and you're missing the meat. Worrying about the potatoes. And y'all sound less and less educated when y'all say that. These are facts that y'all don't want to hear. Just like that, if Baker Mayfield don't fumble that ball, who knows? But granted, shout out to Jaden Daniels. I can't take that win away from him. Well, we'll see what they look like next season. And they spent money, yeah. Yeah. And with less talent. All right? At the linebacker core, who are y'all taking? Bobby Wagner or Mears Learfowl right now? You see what I'm saying? Y'all fail to realize, in the interior. So y'all saying less talent. So all of a sudden, Mozzie is better than those Bama boys. I'm waiting. He's better than Deron Payne. He's better than Allen. See y'all just get caught up in this and that and miss the meat. Call in, Ron Venters, if you want to listen to some apologists talk. I got Adams from the 623. You're live. Adam, you're live on the Nation.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Look, usually I'm here preaching the gospel. Usually I'm here preaching, the good word. And I really cuss. But what is this bullshit we are talking about?
Facts.
Getting rid of Parsons, getting rid of Dak. We're trying to build this motherfucking thing from the very bottom of what we were before.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you guys are going to be more pissed off when that happens, because now what are you going to do when you're back to square one? You're going to start all over. Oh, you want to roll with Trey Lance? Let's roll with Trey Lance. Let's see what he does.
Right.
He's already shown what he does. Like in that Chargers game preseason against third and fourth stringers, he threw 5 interceptions. And this is not me taking the shit on Trey Lance. That's just what it is.
Right.
So, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss. And I don't
no, you're good. You're good.
Lord,
I love
Lord
this.
Forgive me. Lord, forgive me. But look, y'all need to quit this bullshit.
Right.
I understand we had windows where we could have been to the Super Bowl, but we didn't have the staff. On that 2019 season was Kellen Moore's first season, and we only had Randall Cobb and all those guys just for 1 year. Like I said, you can't find a wife within the 1 year. That takes time to learn. You need to learn who you're getting with. You need to learn You need to learn your facts and your history about that individual. Just like with building a team, it takes time. You don't just build a team from the bottom up in 1 fucking year. It takes time to get that shit in place.
Get it. Yeah, get it off your chest, bro. Come on with it.
So this bullshit with, let's see, Dak got all the right pieces. I'm not taking a shot at MJ or anybody, but I'm saying Dak got all the right pieces. He should get it done 1 year. It takes fucking time. Even 4 years. Even what 4 years?
Yeah.
It takes time. Do you think what they built in Kansas City took them 1 year? No, that took them 10 to 20 years with Alex Smith. Then Patrick Mahomes falling on their lap.
Get it.
Building their staff from the bottom up. You don't just plant roots. You don't plant a tree that's already been rooted. You need to find the suitable environment to grow that tree.
Hold on right quick, Adam. Let this super chat speak, because the AI is about to speak. Appreciate you. Hold tight for me right quick. Yeah. When the churches drop his money in the chat.
Jason Barnes, $20. Only thing I will admit, brother-in-law, is Jaden in 1 year seemed to come through when it matters, and we still have not seen that from Doc against teams over a 500 record and in critical moments consistently.
All right. And with that being said, and JB, appreciate you, Jason Barnes. Will it matter if the 5 turnovers didn't exist in that postseason game? Do they win that game, yes or no? That's all I'm saying. On top of that, the same set of circumstances. When Dak Prescott got a running back that's averaging north of 5 yards or more, they're undefeated in those same set of circumstances outside of the Green Bay game, because Green Bay, they start running it at the end. But outside of that, Dak Prescott is pretty much undefeated with those same set of circumstances. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Adam. You're live again.
No, you're good. But like these people were saying, Washington really built that shit in 1 year. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
They had to have the proper roots to build up to it.
They did. They had to have the proper roots to build up to it, and no one is discrediting what the Washington team was able to do. By the way, and I love the caller who pulled up the aspect of like what did Dak Prescott do in the comment sections of all of that, or what did Dak Prescott do in the 2019 season. Just look up his stat lines in 2019. It's not like he was the final reasons why they lost every game, by the way. But go ahead.
In that game to win and get in, Michael Gallup dropped the ball that was in his hands.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of unfortunate circumstances we've came into, and that's the thing people don't understand.
Yeah.
We're in the frame, and we're not stepping outside the picture to understand the bigger picture of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like with Micah Parsons, I feel like he's being deterred against his own will, and he's succumbing to what the Joneses' philosophy is. Because when he says we're going to ruin Derrick Henry, I think what he meant was Mike McCarthy will not give him the rock. We will not
Right.
run the ball because you know how Mike McCarthy is stubborn and complacent in his own meddling philosophy and terms. So he'd rather do self-preservation. That's why I understood everything. So when I heard AOC and everyone go off, I could see both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
That's the thing that frustrated me. But that's all I had today,
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank
No
you.
doubt, no doubt. Good call from him, man. And great to hear your voice, man, and speaking your mind and everything, bro. You hold tight, bro. I appreciate you, man. That's Adam. With that being said, for example, with a game less because they only played 16 games in 2019. 4,901 yards, 30 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. That was Dak Prescott's performance in that year, right? And they didn't make it to the postseason. So even if you were to say, all right, yeah, Jayden Daniels, 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. That's two different things. And still, I truly believe that those who are watching right now, you guys would take Dan Quinn over Jason Garrett. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Let me know if I'm lying. Sure. Let me know if I'm lying. I got Aaron, I got Dr. C and Soul Goddess. Appreciate you. All right. We got you. You're live from the 562. You're in the building. Talk to me.
Conference has been locked.
Law, you damn right we're taking Dan Quinn over Jason Garrett.
Hell yeah.
You damn right. Hey, Law, let me... I don't like getting these conversations. I like to think about the upside.
Right,
So, Law,
the solutions.
2019, all right, first of all, the Eagles defense won that Super Bowl. Am I wrong?
Hmm.
Did the Eagles defense win that? Help them win the Super Bowl?
They won it in 17. He was talking about 2019.
No, I'm talking about now. The Eagles
Oh,
defense,
now.
this
Oh, yeah.
past Sunday.
Shoot,
Now,
come
they
on
won.
with it.
They defense.
Defense,
Do you
yeah.
know who our defense was in 2019? Let's start with the free safety, Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm.
It's putting fear in anybody?
Nah, man. Shoot.
Jeff Heath, that's the only GOAT on that roster. Jeff Heath.
They don't remember all of that, bro. They don't remember the Jeff Heath of the world.
Byron Jones, who let Green Bay catch that sideline ball to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
No interception. Let's keep going down the list.
Mm-hmm.
Owuzie.
Yeah.
Where's he at right now? Cincinnati ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
At least last time I checked.
Right.
You got the general Sean Lee, who was always injured.
Yeah.
Jalen Smith, somebody was like, you would say he was overrated pick.
Yeah.
Old Robert Quinn coming
yeah.
off the edge. Antoine Woods, who didn't really plan out. Malik Collins. He's a backup on the 49ers right now. The only star defense we had on that was DeMarcus Lawrence. Law, what are they talking about?
Man, they don't watch. They just looking at the end results and say, "Hey, let's blame it on the quarterback." Just like right now, they are literally people in the chat acting as if though the Bama boys for the Washington team are dog water. They acting as if, bro. You know, like Mozzie is better than those boys, and you know, I can't make this stuff up, man.
Law, we had Cameron Slimming at our tackle. What? Come on, Law.
Yeah. People, they're short sighted.
And Randall Cobb, they said, "Oh yeah, Randall Cobb." Law.
He was,
Randall Cobb barely did anything. He was just a gap filler. What did he do with the Jets? What did he do when he got back with his quarterback Aaron Rodgers? He did shit.
Yep.
Law, I'm over here trying to roll my.
I already know
my inspiration, but man, that 2019 squad talk about he could have won the Super Bowl with that loss.
Yeah. That goes to the other part of it, whereas they call us delusional, and they the one delusional because the expectations never move. The delusional aspect of it all was for us to keep Jason Garrett for 13 seasons, 13 years. right, collectively, and we supposed to win the Super Bowl with that. The delusional part when they talk about the 30 years and the 30 season is out of that we supposed to win the Super Bowl with Dave Campo. We supposed to win it with my guy Chan Gailey. Our best strength and our best chance was with Bill Parcells, but they ran him up out of there. But no Cowboy fan on this side of the earth realize and understand what we are saying. We supposed to win the Super Bowl. It took us 5 years with Mike McCarthy, who was a Super Bowl kind of caliber guy with a Super Bowl on his resume, who haven't been there since 2010, bro. But we supposed to win the Super Bowl with him, and the brother lost his job just this past week. You know what I'm saying? To Kellen Moore, you know, who he went to interview for that job for New Orleans Saints. They sat there and looked at Mike McCarthy, and they said, you know what? We would take the unknown versus taking this guy who got a Super Bowl on his resume. We would take 4 curls brought to you by Kellen Moore. And they took another guy who never had coaching experience out of, what's that guy's name? Johnson, that coached for the offensive coordinator for the Alliance. What's his name? I forgot his name. They took him over Mike McCarthy. If Mike McCarthy was so good and so great as a coach, he shouldn't be looking for a job after he didn't leave Dallas Cowboys. But, you know, it's okay. Just keep moving the goalposts. Come on with it.
Yeah. Exactly. Come on now.
Yeah.
And a lot of this trading Parsons, like, isn't the goal to get Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons on the same squad? Isn't that the goal?
Yeah, that would be the ultimate goal.
Just to get Myles Garrett, you just back in the same situation. Am I not lying?
You getting an older player, and we still be talking about, hey, man, it would be nice if we had somebody else that can gobble up some of that double team on that front. I want an ultimate team, but I do get the point what my guy AOC is saying, basically, is that Parsons is talking too much and he need to hush, put a muffler on his mouth. We need guys that want to recruit guys to come here. This should be the fun city to play at. But the Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons don't speak that way. Yeah.
Like, they're mad because a dude is speaking his mind. That's what we're doing right now on the chat. But that's pretty much telling us the chat to shut up, mind our own business, and let's try to win. That's not gonna happen, Coach.
True that.
That's not gonna happen. Like, and I actually like Parsons speaking out. Like, speak out, do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, you want to have a Tony Romo with his hat turned back? We're going to Cancun before the playoffs.
No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that.
No. That's what the chats. That's what I'm saying. In the callers. I thank you, VIP. I know that's your boy from Mississippi, JP, but somebody need to wipe his nose. Yeah. Because Trey Lance, bro. Nah.
Trigger Trey, you know.
Trigger Trey, baby. Like, I get it. Trey can run. Yeah. He can do all this. He can fire that ball, but we already got a sample size of what we see.
Yeah. If anything, man, Terrell Pryor is who I'm thinking of out of Trey Lance. I would look because he looked like he can be a nice size of a tight end, 6'4", good frame. He's got good speed, not breakaway killer speed, but he got good speed. I would think about putting him into some Wildcat options, but that's too much, man. Overhaul for all of that. You can go get a Josh Dobbs, and he'll do a whole lot better than what you had out of Trey Lance. Josh Dobbs is a better quarterback than Trey Lance. Right.
Or if we really want to go get Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, if he's free, bring him in. Yeah.
Bring him
in. I bring in.
Like,
Yeah.
So now, Law, you know our back end is thin, razor thin.
Right.
Do you bring back Gilmore?
I mean, he's older now. I would see what other options we have as DBs, but the time to bring back Gilmore was last season. Now it's kind of like, it's kind of like redundant right now. Yeah, you got to get younger at that spot. But cup of coffee, bring him in, see if he can run some shuttle sprints and stuff like that. Shoot.
But all right, so here's one more thing.
All right.
You see how, I was gonna say, Kansas City stopped Saquon. Saquon did not go off, right?
Right.
So Jalen Hurts had to start throwing the ball.
Right.
Because Kansas City was selling out for the run.
Facts.
I think early on, Jalen Hurts was getting killed by the blitz. I think Dak is a better blitz picker-upper. He can pick apart the blitz
big facts
better than Jalen. Am I wrong?
No, you speaking facts.
Okay, and you can see Jalen Hurts. On the second half, he ended up getting better by picking up the blitz.
Yeah.
Now, if the Cowboys draft this running back, I'm projecting that he's going to do the same thing Saquon did. He carried the Eagles to the Super Bowl, and then that his job was done. Can the Cowboys do that?
Can the Cowboys say that one more time? Say that one more time.
They used Saquon for the whole season. They used Saquon to get them to the Super Bowl. When he got to the Super Bowl, Saquon was not a factor. Jalen Hurts had to throw the ball.
Well, I won't say a factor because, you changed up how they get lined up on their assignments in defense. You got the element, and this is what, if you want to say, okay, Hurts is still a threat at running the ball. So you had Bolton still spying on Hurts, right? And that creates a dynamic because now that one person that's in the box, he's supposed to also stop the run. That's what it is, Bolton versus Saquon, right? So what they was doing is they were rotating who's going to spy Hurts from running, right? And they sacrificed, and they got burnt because that means that now you got an off man on Jahan Dotson. So you go to your, like it's like water. When you pour it, it's going to go to the lowest area of the surface, right? So when the Chiefs versus the Eagles, they already was concerned about Saquon. They said, damn it, if anybody going to beat us, it's going to be Hurts to his ancillary pieces. And Hurts did a great job of going to his ancillary pieces like a Jahan or to the tight end in the flats or what have you. And when they were trying to get the run, they was with loaded boxes, and you saw them pivotal downs. On third down, he said, shoot, let me go to my money maker, and that's A.J. Brown. And that's, guess what? One-on-one, and what the dude was so tiny on, look, what's the dude named Dobbins or what have you? He's so tiny on A.J. I said, good. He's supposed to do that.
Mouse in the house.
Mouse in the house, and it's just a jump ball to the edge. Yeah. So,
exactly.
What you got to do, you can't hate on that. You got to appreciate game. Yeah.
That's why I brought it up. I'm like, Lord, that was brilliant.
Brilliant.
So I just hope the Cowboys can do the same thing. But at the same time, Jalen also had an outstanding defense to keep him in the game. And then when the game got away, he can do what he needed to do.
Facts. If the Eagles got out of that defense for 2 series, they probably would have lost that game. If they got out of the defense, if they got greedy, if they say, you know what, now it's time to make Pat Mahomes pay. Let's blitz him, right? They may lose that game.
Too early, they would have lost that game.
They would have lost the game.
For the second half, third game, yeah.
Discipline, yeah.
There was discipline.
Yeah.
So, yeah, barely no penalties. And side note, only reason why Washington got that far, because one, Dan Quinn was nice, and two, damn near the whole defense was from the Cowboys. Right,
with the interior play.
Am I lying, bro?
Nah, you ain't lying, bro. But, man, I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Thank you, man.
Hey, D-Law, appreciate having me on.
No doubt, man. Boy, I just want people to understand that, man. Yeah. If it's uneven surface, water will always flow to the lowest end. It don't flow to the highest end. And with defense, when you got 8 men in the box, let me just say this with you guys. I'll take off my glasses so y'all can see that I ain't lying to y'all. Football 101. The reason why I'm going back damn near 10 years. The only reason why the Cowboys drafted Ezekiel Elliott was these principles. They saw with their eyes that they had the 3rd-ranked rushing team in 2015 with no quarterback because their starting quarterback was hurt. And they said, man, if we can replicate what we did in 2014 and keep the quarterback upright, we can win games. So let's go and draft the best running back available in this draft in 2016. It wasn't for Dak Prescott, because what they saw out of 2014 is that teams loaded the box to stop DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray made teams pay when it was a light box. So they began to give 8 and 9-man fronts. They loaded the box. That required one-on-one to the outside to T. Will. That required one-on-one to the outside of Desmond Bryant. And you got a seasonal quarterback at that time named Tony Romo. That I think that Dez Bryant had his best season with 16 to 17 touchdowns that season, right? If you count the postseason game. It looked so good that T. Will, the body catcher that he is, against one of the juggernauts of a defense out of the Seattle Sea Chickens, was able to win because they loaded the box. He was one-on-one. You don't see T. Will when it's time for him to win on routes. No offense to my dog, my brother, right? When it's time for him to win on routes, when it's 2 on him, he don't win routes. But when it's one-on-one, T. Will was a whole different wide receiver. Why was that granted? Why was that warranted? Because they had a loaded box. People was like DeMarco Murray, who won Offensive Player of the Year, who had 1,800 yards. They had to pick their poison. Either if he gonna hit a light box, this guy's running. If we load the box, Tony Romo is throwing it. So they tried to replicate that in 2016, but Tony Romo got hurt. Now, here's my drawback on Dak Prescott. When he was in that lineup, there's no way possible that he could take advantage of the one-on-ones to the outside, manipulating, flying out plays here, motioning this guy and calling the defense. So what they did was they called up Dan Mullen, who was his college coach, and they implemented some of the college things. And one of the things that Jason Garrett said to everybody's face, we don't want Dak Prescott mobiling, moving around. We want him to throw from within the confines of the pocket. Why? They tried to turn him into Tony Romo, and he wasn't. But Dak Prescott, at the time, he took what the defense gave them, and that's when the phrase and all of this crazy crap came about dinking and dacking. I don't give a dog. If you winning, that's all that counts. But they did anything to besmirch or to belittle or to excoriate or to sully the Dallas Cowboys' ways of winning. And that took off in the offseason, dinking and dacking. Y'all didn't give a dog about the winnings and stacking on top of that. So y'all would rather destroy the kid, and y'all was still mad because we lost to Green Bay, and y'all was thinking that that was because number 9 didn't get a chance to shine in that postseason game. But in actuality, it was the defense that gave up 30-some-odd points. It was the defense that gave up a real crazy play to Aaron Rodgers, right? For that same Green Bay Packers team to, I believe, lose the next game to the 49ers. It was still the same problem. The Green Bay Packers couldn't beat the 49ers. It is the same thing with Mike McCarthy. The 5 years he was here. He still can't figure out the 49ers thing. But people got short memory. Y'all been trashing this man since he got here. And all I'm saying is he developed. It took him till 2018 to develop into that particular quarterback that we talking about. Law, do you have any truth to this? Yes. When they finally gave him Amari Cooper, we was 3-5. We went on a terror, and it was only one person who had the original blueprint to stop Dak Prescott, and he's the damn defensive coordinator on this team now. And his name is Matt Eberflus. Who remember that game? But neither here nor there. I got Dr. C, Soul Goddess, and 100 grand. I'll see you in there. All right, Dr. C, you're live from the 832. Talk to me.
First of all, I got to tell you, man, I was dying laughing like this week when you and your other powerful co-hosts, man, was talking to people. They came on with that bad internet.
Yeah.
Let me jump right in, man. I normally rush everything, so let me relax and get my point. I got some past, present, and future, and I'm going to be real quick. But first of all, looking at what I saw in the Super Bowl, it reminded me about the power of two things, a defensive line and an offensive line. Forget everything else for a moment. What I saw with the offensive line for the Eagles, man, then I did my research. Pretty much they had one of the best offensive lines throughout the whole year.
Right.
And the only ones I feel that could have penetrated their offensive line was their defensive line. On the flip side, the last time I saw a defense dominate like that was when the Patriots played the Giants, and the Patriots, I think, was 15-0 or 16-0.
Right.
And that's when that NASCAR package, man,
Right.
gave the Patriots HELL. So let me back up to our Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems I see with us, we suffer from trauma.
There
I'm
we
a
go.
doctor of psychology, brother.
Mm.
And what happens is when you've been in a car accident, head-on collision every year, that's what's been happening to us, sadly enough, for 30 years.
Mm.
We got and set a standard 30 years ago that we have not been able to keep. Now, let's talk about why.
Right.
First of all, the Bible tells us pride come before a fall.
Come on
What
with
happened to Jerry Jones? What happened to Jerry Jones? All it was pride.
Yeah.
And where did he get the pride from? Jerry Jones was suffering from the same thing. The owner of the Chicago Bulls was suffering from Krause with Jackson. He got tired of people talking about Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman and not about him.
Right.
And he wanted to prove some kind of point from his ego about what he can do, and 500 coaches can do this. Well, we see now that ain't the truth. So you got pride. One of the things I heard Stephen Jones say in his interview with Schottenheimer, it was hard for him to accept that for 30 years they've had their head in the ground making decisions.
Right.
Why is that, brother?
Mm.
When you're rich, when you've made money, when
Right.
you've gotten some accolades in certain things in life, when you fail in other parts of law, it's hard for you to see it and accept it. That's why he said, you all say we've been down for 30 years.
Come on with it.
Excuse me? You all, brother, let the record reflect. It is what it is. This ain't no emotions, brother. These are facts. But that's okay. You still my team. I don't like it. It's like mama and daddy. That's still mama. That's still daddy. But daddy drunk tonight. Okay? And ain't no looking over that. So let me get back to what we're building. Finally, I feel, and I ain't going to say Schottenheimer was my first president, but it is what it is. I see them building a great coaching staff and not just looking like at his friends like McCarthy came in here and did and brought in here Nolan. And Nolan got ran because he was thinking about friendship. It seemed like, I don't know, Law, that this Schottenheimer is doing the work behind the scenes and building something behind the scenes. And I hope that our front office will give him what he needs during the free agency and the draft. Last thing I'm going to say.
Okay.
Since Redhead, the clapper, when I would go to the barbershop, Law, it would been so bad when teams would be bragging and putting the Cowboys down because everybody liked to put the Cowboys down.
Right.
Like Jimmy Johnson said when they put him in the Ring of Honor. I want to thank all the haters, he said, for making us what we were. So lastly, what I like about what I think I see, if we go out and get some good free agents, and one of the ones I'm looking at, I think Greenlaw, the linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers, I think he's a free agent. If we can get a good linebacker and one good DT, follow me, in free agency, and then go to the draft, my bragging on the Cowboys for the last 20 years has been about Will McClay. Follow me. Because I couldn't brag about what we were going to do on the field with Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy. And like I keep telling you, man, it ain't that we lost to Green Bay a year and a half ago. It's the way we lost. You telling me you've been sitting all year and then 2 weeks and you put that package together People want to put everything on Dak Prescott and this. Man, look, this is a complex problem.
Come on with
it. You can't put it in one place on one person. When the whole car is messed up, how do you say that it's the tires? It's
right.
No. The whole thing is messed up, and you can't keep drafting good players and Will McClay doing all that great work and putting them in the hands of a Mike McCarthy. Are you kidding me?
Come on with it.
Anyway,
Appreciate you.
Of it. I want to give it to you, Law. Man, you're doing a great job. I appreciate. I don't know why, Law. Every time I cut on, you be on live. I don't know, man. So that's why you my guy. So
appreciate you, Dr. C. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. This is Bishop Dr. C now. Yes. Come on with it. Slap your neighbor. Slap your neighbor. Come on with it. Tell them, yes, we can. All right, so Goddess, you're live from the 347. You're on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? What's going on, Nation? What's going on, chat? Is everyone here from AOC's channel? Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Y'all heard me popping off today.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with the point that I started over there at AOC.
Okay.
Kind of when I got cut off. The first thing I'm gonna say is we don't got no leadership in the locker room. No true veteran leadership.
Okay.
Veteran leadership that had other vets in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 40 years a Cowboys fan. I started watching them when I was 5, so I say 35 years in truth. But I've been a Cowboys fan since I knew football.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say back in the day that the nonsense that we're seeing now with the Cowboy bands, the drama, the diva crap that we're seeing before social media was allowed. Not to the extent that we're seeing. Right. I don't say people are mad at Michael Parsons because of his talent. Nobody's saying that.
Right.
He's a generational talent. He's fantastic. When he gets in there, he talk a lot. That's the problem that we have with Michael. He is talking stuff that don't make sense. How are you gonna tell a player that's begging to come here? Because I've always defended Michael, people's right to free speech.
Right.
But you say you're the leader of the locker room and you're the face of the franchise.
Right.
And Myles Garrett say he want to come here. Somebody asks you, what would you feel about Myles Garrett come here? Your first response shouldn't be, oh, well, we might not have the money to pay him.
Yeah.
It's not your business. That's not what you're here for. Your first response as a leader should be like, I can't wait till he get here. That's a championship player. He come here, he make this roster better. We got a great chance of making it to the playoffs. So we're trying to get. We're trying to get that ring. That is your first response as a leader. Period.
Yeah.
You saying that you're the face of the franchise and this is your team and this is your home. You need to act like it. Why are you shitting on stuff and talking about stuff that's not your business?
Mm-hmm.
You don't work in the front office. It's not your business. You part of the team. You part of the defense. You want the great players to come in. When they was talking about Derrick Henry, that podcast that he had with Derrick Henry, when he told Derrick Henry it was a good thing you didn't come here because we would have ruined your career, pissed me off so much. So I never got so heated. Right. You a leader of the locker room. How are you going to shit on your players?
Okay.
Do you know what that does to a young person coming up saying, yo, they don't got no confidence in me?
Right.
Don't you hear that shit all the time with the basketball players when they get traded and stuff? Yo, this organization don't believe in me. Don't believe I can do anything. Right. How are you going to say on national TV when you know they hate the Cowboys that, Myles Garrett, maybe, you don't need to come here, man. We might not be able to pay you. Or if you do come here, you got to take a pay cut. Why are you talking about another man's money? And you trying to get shut the fuck up, man.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about things that you worried about chasing sacks and numbers instead of chasing rings. You're supposed to be talking about, I'm trying to build a locker room. I'm trying to build a team to get us to that level, that next level. Not talking about, I'm trying to build my personal brand. If he was on any other team with the way he's producing, does anyone in the chat can tell me that they think that he would be talked about the way he's talked about now? Why are you biting the hand that feeds you? Because it don't matter what you get and what Jerry pay you. You're going to get so many deals with sponsorship just being a Dallas Cowboy player. Are you kidding me? If you go anywhere else, nobody cares about you. You got to go to a market that's big, and we are one of the biggest markets in the world. It was disrespectful to the fans. It was disrespectful to his peers, the stuff that come out of his mouth. I gave him a pass when he was young because he's a kid. And you got to be like, well, you're a kid, but you've been here and you up for your contract. That means you've been here long enough to learn the media game. You've been here long enough to know better now.
Yeah, he's a veteran now, so when he gets in there, he's speaking, he's talking about the young kids now that's getting drafted, and I heard him say that. So, yeah, it's equivalent to when Deion Sanders was getting ready to come to the Cowboys. Jerry Jones had to speak to everybody, and he had to get their opinions, but he absolutely reached out to Troy, Emmett, and Michael Irvin, and all of them was like, hey, we want this hunger. We want this desire. They didn't say, well, how much money is he getting? Will he get less money than X, Y, and Z? Because these guys already had multiple Super Bowls at that time that they don't won, right? And, of course, Parsons. I know Myles Garrett is not of the kind of caliber of player like a Super Bowl kind of caliber of player because he haven't won it, but he's equivalent to a Deion Sanders. So at all costs, Micah should have said with his word choice, bring him in. We'll sort out the money later. I just want to win. And it wouldn't be about, hey, who's younger, who's older, I got to get more money than him, because that's a disingenuous way to say it, because you're going to say to yourself, hey, it's good that he bring him in, but let me make a little bit more. Let me make a little bit more. No, you shouldn't say that.
Exactly.
You shouldn't say that. Yeah, you shouldn't say that.
You should know better.
Yeah.
He gets so much flack for the things he say. I'm like, bro, where's your focus? You're so focused on all this other crap. Yeah. You on the off season supposed to be training for football. You training to be a sumo wrestler. You training to be boxing and all this other stuff. Bro, you want to play that position you so hard for as an edge? How about you go do some edge rusher training?
Yeah. Now that I'm not going to take away, because I think that he does train unbelievably. He does some training. Yeah.
He's not focusing 100%. Football is not his number one. It's not your number one. Where's all them other people that got podcasts? Because there's a lot of players that got podcasts. Are you hearing about any other players that was talking all that mess and had all these podcasts? No. When their team got knocked out, they went quiet, and now they trying to figure out what they could do.
Yeah.
For the next season.
No doubt.
But he on here doing all this other stuff and promo stuff that got nothing to do with what we need. You supposed to say, all right, you could do your promo tour and your press tour. I don't take nothing from that. You got your other side hustles, go ahead. But you got to make it about football and Dallas first, period.
Well, I hope.
You're not here for the Michael Parsons show. It's not the Michael Parsons Cowboys. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
You're not showing loyalty to the brand that is hyping you up.
No doubt.
I'm sorry. And you're not producing enough to be like, I could say fuck the fans. Because that's what it feels like you're saying to my face.
What the difference is, Soul Goddess, is that normally when people had these podcasts in the past, they didn't already won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And you say, okay, player talking. I think that the Kelsey brothers, they didn't have a podcast together. Both of those guys won Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Or Super Bowl at that time. So it wouldn't be no element of surprise when you listen to all of these podcasts now that everybody doing it. I'm not getting in front of people on making their money, but a lot of us is tired of the friendly nature of the NFL for what it's becoming now. It's becoming a players-driven league that people are looking at only the players and not the complete team. It was a team league when we were growing up, because you're right around the age of me, you know what I'm saying, by you being in your 40s. But now it's a players-driven league, and that's the differences of the two.
I agree with that. I just feel like he's making it about him and not making it about what's good for the team. It's not your problem to solve the money issues for the team. That's what front office is for. If you're going out and saying, okay, let me be the face of the franchise, be the face of the franchise. Don't be the face of Michael Parsons. If that's what you want to do, you said, Jerry, I got this. I'm about that media. I'm about that life. Let the stars shine on me. I can handle it. Then handle it, because every time you talk this nonsense, you bring it up. That's like when we had the issue with the last thing he said when he was talking about, let's rank all these teams and bringing up Dallas wasn't even in the ranking.
Well, he did say the reason why they ain't in the rankings because he said he's not going to rank his own team due to biasness. But
because everybody else ranked their own team.
Yeah, everybody else.
I don't want to hear those excuses from him.
Facts.
Then you shouldn't be. That's BS, because everybody else prop up their own team first.
Yeah.
Period. It don't matter where you go. That's the team that feeds you.
Yeah, I'm for damn sure.
With the caveat of my team, because that's my boys, and I believe in us so much.
Yeah.
Then you can rank outside of that.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Because I'm for damn sure ain't gonna prop up nobody else's daughters. I got 2 daughters, and they the best in the world. Yeah. Especially for that ballet training.
First, right?
Yeah. I said, she ballerina of the year, man. Forget all what everybody else saying. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you prop your team up first, and then with the caveat, because I'm gonna be a little biased. I'm gonna be a bias and put my team in there first. But after that, then that's what you want to do. You are well treated and made enough. You're media trained enough now that you know how to navigate these waters. You don't see a lot of real vets make these mistakes.
No doubt.
The mistakes he's making is. And AOC brought this up, and I didn't think about it, but I'm gonna leave y'all with this, and then I'm gonna get off. Michael Parsons brings on a lot of people, and a lot of people that he propping up is people that the media brought up first, that were our ops, that they use to compare us to so they can make us look bad. Then he brings them on the park, and then he co-signs the stuff. Even when he brought on Trayvon Diggs, and even when he brought on, who was the other one that he brought on? He brought on Trayvon Diggs, and when he brought on Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, both the time. CeeDee Lamb he brought up because they were talking about CeeDee Man pouting, CeeDee Lamb having tantrums on the sidelines. That's the only time you really see him, oh man, you didn't do so great this time. You need to come on and talk about it. They were saying all that nonsense. When you talking about Trayvon Diggs, you was in the locker room and they were talking about you ain't doing nothing, Trayvon. Derrick Henry, you was running all over us and you was doing 1,800-yard seasons. Everybody he has brought on is somebody that ESPN or Stephen A. Smith, who dogged the Cowboys all the time.
Yeah.
And these are the people you prop. It's not funny no more.
It's content. He's a content curator. Yeah, at this point. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in, Soul Goddess. Those great points right there. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Have a good one. We still about them boys. Have a good one.
Yes, indeed. Still them boys. It's very frustrating, right? It's very frustrating. Even though everyone is eligible to do it, but Cowboys, we don't like the optics of it, right? Changing of the jerseys and propping up and the whole crusade of Jaden Daniels, him and Himothy and he's that one and all of that stuff. I get it, But Parsons, there's just like we got that rule with Jerry. There's Jerry the GM, Jerry the owner, Jerry the promoter. I guess we're going to have that same rule for Parsons. Parsons the player, Parsons the podcast, Parsons the celebrity. Right? And that's what we're going to have to do. And we're going to cringe and hold on to our sacks when he's out there wrestling sumo wrestlers, right? Or he's racing somebody barefooted in the sands, like Tyreek versus him or something, somewhere on the beach. We're going to be doing those things. Right, it's gonna forever be that. That's just his personality, right? And when you amplify and get those type of personalities here, you get Micah Parsons. Unbelievable money that he's making from sponsorships and beyond, right? But is he a good advocate voice to bring people in? I don't know. We don't know. But we got 2 more callers, man. I got the 737 and the 607. 737, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law Nation? This is Seabass.
Seabass, man. What's good with you, fam? What you got for me?
Hey, Law, break out the Pootie Tang belt. Just smack him real quick for me.
Okay, man.
I'm going to hit y'all with some facts today.
Okay, you hit him. Dang.
When was the year that we lost Travis Frederick?
2018.
2020 it was.
2018, they brought him back in 2019, but he wasn't the same, man. You can knock him down. We lost him in 2018. We had to put in Jumbo Joe Looney in there, you know.
Joe Looney.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Lyle Collins and Connor McGovern. Do you remember the years we lost them to the O-line?
Yeah. Lyle 2021, I believe. Yeah. And
right. And
Connor, we've been trying to get rid of him. Yeah.
I want to allude to something that you had just mentioned. Dak came into his real self in 2018.
To a degree, yeah. That's when teams realized, the team realized that it was no longer we need to stop the run in order to beat the Cowboys. We need to stop Dak.
Because they recognized his play-action strength.
Facts.
So that was the year that we had the tandem Pollard and Zeke. Let the record speak for itself, what they were able to do those years. We lost Tyron just this past year. When Dak walked onto this team, he took this team from Romo. He earned this team from Romo. He walked into a team that was already losing Dez, that was already losing Witten, that was already losing half his offensive line, that was already depleting in a running game. Did Jerry or Steven give him what Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, or Pat Mahomes has gotten?
Nah, they don't operate that way. But people with the, I guess, illusion that they did. And to be fair, Pollard came 2019. He came the following year.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so do we know that the last major offensive weapon drafted was C.D. Lamb?
Yep. Lamb.
Do Cowboys fans know that?
Yep. They should know it.
Okay. And so prior to that, when was the last offensive weapon drafted by the Cowboys?
2019, Tony Pollard.
Prior to Lamb.
Prior to Lamb, because they didn't know who Pollard was until 2020. I want to say 2022.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You speaking right to what I'm saying.
Yo ass, no.
It's an evil world we live in.
Not done a damn thing on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh my God,
years.
boy! Where my laughing guy at?
Major trade.
You spit some facts, bro.
Trade. The last major trade, Law. Hey, stay with me here. The last major trade they did. Can anybody tell me what his name was?
Amari Cooper. Oh no. I would say who?
Brandon Carr. Do you remember in 2012? That was the last
free agency
big splash they did.
In free agency.
Free agency. Excuse me. Excuse me. I meant to say free agency. That was the last big spending move they did in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, they've done first-round O-line the past 2 years. Has it worked out since Tyron, Fredericks, and Martin?
Nope.
Okay. What about the defensive line since Lawrence?
You talking about have it worked out with like offensive linemen with Tyron,
exactly.
Frederick? They worked out to a degree. You know, they did. You know.
Past those greats, it has not, Law. It has not. I don't.
Past those.
I didn't
guys,
believe in college. Yeah, past Tyron, past Fredericks, past Martin. When those boys left, we could see that it was a different Cowboys team. You could see that it was a different Cowboys quarterback, Dak Prescott. He wasn't able to operate the same. We know that his forte is play action. We know that when he's had running backs, especially when he's had two of them, he's been able to kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that Cowboys fans are up in your chat and Stephen and Jerry Jones will see something that is truly working and fix something that don't need to be fixed? Can you explain that to me, Law?
Man, shoot, I wish I could, bro. I can't explain, dog.
The last two trades we've gotten as far as offense was Cooks and Cooper. Where are they now? What has Cooks done for us in the last few years he's been here as a solid wide receiver number two?
He's been banged up, man.
When Lamb was Cooper's number two, we had a lot more production from those two, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be all up on Ferg like he's, some great God's gift to earth. But Ferguson really hasn't been producing for us either. So realistically, where has the offense been for the last, let's say, since the running scheme has fallen apart and since the O-line has deteriorated? Where has Jerry Jones provided Dak with the necessary and ancillary pieces that he needs to succeed?
It's Dak or bust, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's Dak Prescott or bust. Or, it's a situation whereas CeeDee Lamb, he can't throw the ball to himself. So Lamb, I like Lamb, but that's it. Those are our weapons right there. Dak and Lamb, Dak Lamb, Lamb Dak, Boy, you on some
That's
you
all
on some
I got
money,
for you
bro.
today, Law. I
Bro.
just wanted to drop that on you.
But
today,
let me save your name in there,
chat.
Seabass, man. Come on, man. Let me save it in here. Hold on, Yeah, and put that in here, man.
Shout out to the City of Soul. My grandmama, she rest in peace. She just passed. City of Soul, Jackson, Mississippi. Shout out to my people out there. Love all y'all. Shout out to Law. Shout out to Mississippi. Shout out chat.
Yes,
that's all.
That's Seabass, man. Man, I'm gonna give him the caller of the hour, man. Somebody need to tweet that, man, and I'll reshare it. Lamb and Tony Pollard. Somebody gonna throw in, but wait a minute, man, you can't leave out Michael Gallup. Yeah, well, okay, we'll throw in Gallup then. Lamb, Tony Pollard, and Gallup. And here we go, baby. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and both of those guys, outside of I let it knock on some wood, outside of Lamb, both of those guys been majorly injured, right? Without the Cowboys for 2 seasons in a row with Tony Pollard been crazy, right? Because in 2021 he had the fracture of the foot with the what they call it, plantar fasciitis, and then 2022 the brother broke his foot in the postseason game, which he was hot before that time frame. And then, of course, they brought him, they put him on the franchise tag, right? Right? And when you're on the franchise tag, you equivalently want the same amount of production or better. Yeah. Gallup really ripped Jerry Jones off. $50 million a guarantee. Low key, Gallup the one winning, because $50 million guaranteed, and he retired. Shoot, Gallup got all type of coins, man.
The conference has been unlocked.
Call back, Scott. But 607, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, Law? You all right? Can you hear me this time?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. You got some good Wi-Fi now, bro. What you got, man?
Yo, man, it's been a while, man. I've been wanting to talk. First off, I just want to say, about Parsons, I really don't get Cowboys fans. Do you remember that draft that year? That if everybody's gonna be real, on that draft year, we were so certain it was Patrick Surtain or bust. I swear it was. We were sitting there, I hear Skip Bayless, all of them, we need this locked out corner. Parsons was going to be a gift. So when they traded up and they got Surtain, I think they traded up and got Surtain, we ended up landing with Parsons, and Parsons played that rookie year. I swear, every time that they talked about, even when we won the loss, they were talking about Parsons. Parsons has gave us a life in our team again. Yep. They thought, and we still do, they think Lawrence Taylor in another making.
Right.
He is the heart of our team. So when he gets on these podcasts, you gotta realize he's still young. He's trying to. It's entertainment. He's Jerry Jones's book is written all right out. He's taking pages out of his playbook. So he's talking shit, doing this and that. But nobody can say when he lines up on them Sundays that he doesn't fucking put all his effort into it. Damn straight, he's getting 1 or 2 sacks. He's getting tackles. He never takes a play off. So you're telling me you want to trade a player like that who leads our defense. When Dak got hurt and we needed camaraderie, he was sitting there telling us, yo, listen, we're going to get through this. I got to be a leader for the team. No, they don't want to talk about that, though. So now you think he's worth 2 picks? So you're not going to tell us that we're going to have a reset? Who's going to step up our defense? D-Law's hurt all the time. Yeah, we got a couple good promising players, but you might as well say we're resetting again if you get rid of Micah. We all know, and I agree with you, Law, that we should figure it out before. We shouldn't play around. But this is the Dallas Cowboys, man.
Right.
We always make it exciting. We do it every time I get up. You're going to hear, what are they talking about the Cowboys? It's going to go down to the last hour, and then, right, they'll say in the locker room or in a hotel, he signed the contract, the biggest contract for a DN. He's going to have 3 sacks seconds. This is the Cowboys we're talking about. This isn't the Pittsburgh Steelers. This isn't the Arizona Cardinals. This is America's team. That's people got to realize. This is America's team. Jerry is entertainment. But you know what? We're getting sick of losing. We're getting sick of losing in the first round. It's about time to start talking to us. And Dak is what Dak said, I'm not going to take nothing away from Dak. Because you know what? He doesn't like the Eagles, and that's how it's supposed to be. He's not going to say nothing about the Eagles. Yeah, they got it, shit. Yeah, they got it. All right, but you still can't beat us.
Yeah.
No matter what, you come to Big D. You come to Dallas, you're losing. We go to Philly, you might get one.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Don't let us play in the playoffs, bro. That's what we're really going to do. But don't sit there. It's never been even. It's never been 2-0.
Yeah.
It's never been 2-0. And we know that.
Yeah.
It's never been 2-0. We've never been 2-0, ever. When Dak's playing, he's tearing them up.
Come on,
we almost beat him without him that one year. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the one thing about Dak is like, come on, you guys forget about wasn't it 2 years ago he was a backup MVP? Like 30 touchdowns at 11? You know what? Get us an offensive line. Get us a decent running back.
Yeah.
I already knew he gave up on the season when he signed Zeke again. Like, come on, you're signing Zeke again. Like, we're really going to sign Zeke. We're really not going to go get Derrick Henry for 8. And then you want to say you're not going to – come on. Like, I already knew our season was over when he wanted to make – when he said he wanted – he lived in Dallas.
Come on,
He wants to be a Cowboy. Like, he wanted to be a Cowboy. He came and said, yo, I want to be a Cowboy. It was no secret. No secret. And then you think you're going to please us before the trade deadline?
Yeah.
So Jonathan Mingo? Jonathan Mingo is like, come on.
Come on with it.
This is what you need to do.
Fire color,
This is what we need to do.
Yeah.
We got to make a splash. We got to get energy back and say, you know what? Breaking news, we just traded for Devontae Adams. We need something like that to go, okay, Jerry's serious now.
Yeah.
Because when you give him that and you give it, don't worry, we're going to get the offensive line fixed. Because he's not going to be, trust me, he's going to get the offensive line fixed.
Right.
I have faith in Tyler Smith. Zach Martin, listen, you're getting old, but give us one more good year.
Come on with it.
Give us one more year. Ferguson, I'm happy with tight end. We should never got rid of Schultz, but I'm happy with Ferguson. CD, man, I don't care what you say, top 5 receiver in the league. Hands down, getting double teamed, whatever. He's getting over a buck. He's getting over a bucket game when he's on his stuff. But
Come
you
on
know
with
what? We need that number 2. Put Cook back in the slot. Give us a good number 2. Devontae Adams can take care of it. What do we do? Ashanti Dempsey? Get us another running back with 3.
Yeah, come on with it.
Number 2. I like him.
You got to pay him.
It starts. You got to sign our homegrown players. How sick were we when DeMarcus Ware left and he got a ring in Denver?
Come on with it.
My brother's a Bronco fan. My brother's a Bronco fan. He goes, thank you, bro. I was sick. I was happy for him, but I was sick because he should have got a ring with the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying, Law? So, and this has been a year. I've been locked up for a year, and I came home. And first thing I thought, I was like, you know what? I got to holler at my boy Law. And I'm hearing all this bullshit. I went to see all your back episodes, and I hear them. Listen, it's a couple adjustments, and Trayvon Diggs is on notice. He's on notice.
Yeah.
When you get healthy, because when we had Gilmore, you couldn't say nothing with us. You couldn't say anything. When we had Gilmore on the other side, oh my goodness, they couldn't do nothing with us. D-Lo was healthy. We had everybody. I love OG. You got to sign OG, the number in the middle. You got to sign him. He's producing. You can't go get Hankins when he's 36.
Yeah.
You're a boss. We got to do this. Like, we're too talented. We are not
Yeah.
that far.
In closing. Yeah.
In closing, I got positivity for our team, and you know what I'm saying? It's always bleed blue. I'll never, ever cheer for the Reds, the Commanders, any of them, Dak's still a top 10 quarterback. Like, we're gonna get it this year. That's it, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
Stop calling Law up with his negativity, man. We're about to do it this year.
Let me hear you say it.
Let's go. How about them Cowboys, man?
How about them, man? You know, we so many gems, man. And right now, we do love your support for the channel, right? And we do love y'all love and adulations for the channel. But I will have to say, Seabass, you had a good call. But my brother right here, damn, I forgot to get his name. You know, I forgot to get his name. But man, put your name in the chat, and especially, and I think I probably heard you correctly, but you know, it was a lot of crackling in the phone. But you said that you was locked up for a year. Now I don't know if it was, you know, you said you were locked up. And then you had to go back and rewind for your mind to listen to all of my episodes and all of my clippings, man. So that's what I love to hear, man. That's the dedication for the nation, man. So I'm going to give you the #1 caller of the day, man. So, man, shoot, man, that was love, man. Hey, he set the record straight with Parsons. I do love to hear both sides of the argument. Like I say, I want to keep Parsons at all costs. But if the Joneses are not doing right by him and they're not really willing to give him that cheap contract, then good old boy, you know what I'm saying? Good old boy, it's time to do something differently, you know, and it could be a draft day trade with Parsons. It's the unfortunate news. All right, so that was a special it was a special conversation from him. All right, and I got my brother, man, from the 863 unmuted. You live on the nation, bro. Talk to me, man. Hello.
Yo.
Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah.
Man, that brother was passionate, man.
Yeah,
that was a passionate call.
Yeah.
Jesus. That was a passionate call.
Yeah.
But I think I might be able to top that. He was in jail for a year.
Yeah.
I was with a hermaphrodite for a year, and I broke off that relationship so I can listen to you. Because I didn't know which way to go if there was a woman or a man at the time, and I had to decipher. Was it a fan or was it trying to get my attention to talk about stuff at work? So I left that alone so I can listen to you, Law. So I deserve the top #1 fan.
Boy, you got some gonads to admit that publicly. Yeah, I was with a hermaphrodite for a year, for a whole year. I would have been there for 50 seconds.
Year,
for 50 seconds, I was like, what's that?
Man, I ain't know. But check this out.
That must be some good stuff.
Are you shitting me? Well, well, I mean, are you shitting me?
Wait a minute. But for a whole year, it must be something good with that. Yeah, boy.
Bro, you get to play drums and guitar at the same time. But listen, that's garage band. But check this out, though.
Oh my God, boy!
But listen, though, man, forget all that, man. But here's the thing. Now I want to say this, but this does not pertain to the fans that don't fall in this column, okay?
Right.
And this came to me as I was driving. Our fan base, Dallas Cowboys fan base, makes us play 2 games every Sunday. What do you mean, Scott, by playing 2 games every Sunday? We play the team that we're facing, but we also play ourselves. What I mean by that is, when we had Amari Cooper and we had CeeDee Lamb, what was the conversation at that time? CeeDee is not a real #1. Amari Cooper is our #1.
Yeah,
we really don't need 2 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, are you stupid?
Right.
It's a blessing to have 2 guys that can be a #1. I don't care they're a #3. If those brothers are putting up numbers, they're catching the ball, they're scoring. Thank God. Why do we have conversations like that? When we had Zeke, we had Tony Pollard. Thank God we got a bruiser and one that can take it to the house because he's younger. Thank God we always put our team against each other. And then on top of that, we cry when they get rid of the person that you were putting them up against. To this day, we have still yet to find a replacement for one Amari Cooper. Yeah. It has been hell to just watch CeeDee Lamb do it all. And then a little bit of Ferguson. But who is that other guy? You know what I'm saying? Who's the other guy?
Who's the other guy? Yeah.
Who was the other deep threat that put fear? We used to have receivers to put fear in the secondary of the other teams.
Yeah.
Every time every year they do that little, the top 20 or top 100 of players in the NFL.
Right.
Our guys was always like 1 through 19. Cooper was in that conversation every year he was with us. Dak was in that conversation. Zeke was in that conversation. We need players that put fear in guys' hearts, man. You don't know where we're gonna go. What I saw from the Eagles, I hate to say it, you didn't know where they was gonna go. Hollywood Brown.
Well, they spitting at you. They spitting at you. They spitting at you. They saying that, hey, hold on, Brandon Cooks. Now, what's your retort on Brandon Cooks?
Brandon Cooks did decent, but I mean, take it to the house.
Yeah.
Get down the field and take it to the house. I love Brandon Cooks. I hope we keep Brandon Cooks, but Brandon Cooks can play in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Because we still haven't used Turpin the way that he need to be. If we do use him, it's one blast play, get a touchdown, and do we use him the rest of the time the same way? No, we do not. We don't go back to that play. We always try some daggone end around. That don't work all the time because they sniff that out because that's all we got. Why? Because we don't have a running game. We got to stop fighting against each other, man. That running game opens up a lot. We don't have to worry about doing end arounds with CeeDee Lamb and possibly getting him hurt. He's not Deebo Samuel. I don't want him to be Deebo Samuel. I want him to be CeeDee motherfucking Lamb. Run down, burn your post, burn your inseam, get down there, score, man. Get those 30-yard bombs. Give Dak a chance to air it down the field, man. Right. As a fan base, we got to stop doing that and know the game of football like we claim that we do. It's great to have multiple receivers that can get open. Tony Romo had that. You had T.O., you know what I'm saying? You had Jason Witten that can get open. You had Terrence Williams that can get open. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had Dez Bryant, of course. You know what I'm saying? You had guys that the defense was afraid of, man. That's what we lack. And, of course, Jerry, you know what I'm saying, doing Jerry things. You know, we really can't, out of everything that we say, out of all the great plans that us as a fan base have, you know, us as podcasters have, guys, I hate to say it again, like I said the other day, until Jerry takes that dirt, my God, I hate to say it that way, we might not see everything that we know that can't happen with this team happen. Because we have had I've been on your podcast since 2019? And I've heard all your great analysis. I've heard all these great callers call in. I've seen great comments in there of what this team need to do. But Jerry gets in the way all the time, bro. We get a good piece, we send that piece away. You know what I'm saying? We get an injury, but we could have kept that good piece. They already gone. You know what I'm saying? We got a good offensive lineman, but because he's 40, the dude's still putting up numbers. He's still blocking. But it's like we can't. I don't know, man. I might was gonna get back with that hermaphrodite again.
Oh Lord, no, don't do it.
I might as well, man.
Damn, boy, you. I thought I would never
go stalk you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, man. All right, man. But
don't commit me to R. Kelly too. You know?
Shit. Leave her alone. Him with Humpty, whatever. Leave it alone. Shit. Boy,
man, listen. We just want to see our team win. I would love to see you. I've never seen you, and I think all the fan bases in the comments can agree to this. How dope would it be to see Law have a Super Bowl victory podcast that we all call in celebrating? I would love to see that. To see what all of us going to say when we finally get number 6. I want to see that. I want to taste that, man. I want to taste that just as much as I want to taste Elderberry on a Sunday.
Man, come on with it, man. That's a good rebound for what you said earlier this call. But appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. hey, there's a lot of people in the chat right now saying, hey, what's his name? You know, they want to know your name. So check your DMs. There's some people right now in the chat.
Follow me on Instagram, man. Comedian Scott Simpkins, man. Come to a comedy club near you, baby. I'll be there. Yes, sir.
She must. Throat God over there, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling. Oh, I'm still.
That man called me the throat God. Head no.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, man. That boy, shoot.
Oh my goodness.
Man, where did this conversation go? Ain't no way, man. For 50 seconds, man. Ain't no way. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, man. All right, man. let's go with all what we have here, man, in closing on all today. Did I get to everybody's super chat? Did I offended anyone? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, did I offend anyone, man? That hermaphrodite thing. It says Sierra was one of them, allegedly. Don't come after me, Russell Wilson. You know, they said Sierra was a hermaphrodite. She had the hole in the bucket, dear Elijah, dear Elijah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Aztec says 50 seconds. Yeah. You know, you got to work your way from the top down, and then you realize, oh, wait a minute, now, ain't no way. And my guy, he's a comedian, man. Check out Unmuted, man. I know he was just throwing some jokes at that. But at the end of the day, man.
Oh, my goodness. Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
Come on with it, man. Appreciate everybody, man. I got to everybody's supers, right? At the end of the day, on this marathon type of calls, that will keep it long, these phone calls. And let me know, man, what would be a proper time for me to have these conversations with you all. Because we're going to keep the engagement up. We got too many things to talk about this offseason. Too many things. And it appears that the Cowboys going to be the talk of the town, you know. Yes, indeed, Bear 24. Yeah. So I ain't going nowhere. Whew. I'm going to try to figure out a day where I can just do a live stream for 24 hours. We're going to figure out a day. But, you know, somebody said, what? Creative Ed says, Law for Earl Sierra. Yeah, maybe that's who you were talking about. Oh, my God. They say allegedly. Puts allegedly, because I don't have Tasha K's type of money. Jay Lombardi says, we in the headlines for the wrong reasons. You ain't lying, dog. I hate the fact that the Eagles got another Super Bowl ring. I do. Either you're going to do these things here.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here.
Who are the real villains in that movie? Thanos or the Avengers? Thanos had an ideology that the world or the planet or the galaxy was corrupt. You felt as if though it was being overpopulated. And he didn't want all of the sources or the resources to be taken, to be spread apart and cast asunder like his home planet. So he had an ideal, a principle to minimize all of that, to take 50% from all of the planets so that they can be realigned back to his natural form. And now that I think about it, and when we look at everything, how many Avengers were there? It took all of the Avengers to defeat one Thanos. All of the Avengers. A Hulk, a Black Widow, an Iron Man, a God of Lightning, Thor, to defeat one person, Thanos. And one of the things he said, your failures brought you back to me. When they had to use the cheat code in order to win. The Avengers had to cheat. They didn't beat them square up face to face. I mean, I remember when I was watching one of them, Thanos hand to hand with the Hulk. The Hulk was scared to come up out of the doggone Hulk. Bruce Banner was like, come on, turn into the Green Man again. And he was like, no, Thanos. Yeah, he beat the Hulk out of the Hulk. How many of you guys are acting like the Hulk? You know. Yeah, beat him down. Hawkeye and all of them, you know. Hawkeye was really good, though. Shout out to Hawkeye. Doctor Strange thought of 1,000,000 possibilities in order to win. But in order for us to get to the things that we want to, yeah, Jay Lombardi, that's the fake Hulk. Ain't nowhere in the world he was aligned with the comic book Hulks. You know what I'm saying? On how they had to water down the Hulk, you know. But neither here nor there. I'm Law Nation. And before Thanos got here, I always said to myself, let me be Doctor Strange. Let me think of 1,000 possibilities or 1,000,000 possibilities. And remember, when Dormammu, or however you say that man's name, Dormammu, on Doctor Strange, when he had to fight him, he continued to fight 1,000 times over and over again. And he said, Dormammu, I'm Doctor Strange, and I want to have a conversation with you. And he said, Dormammu, you know, I hope I'm saying that man's name right, you know. That's who I am. I'm never going to give up. I'm never going to fold like a wallet nor a lawn chair. Yeah. Tickle your fancy, you know, I appreciate your Oak Cliff. So, Angie says Thor should have took Thanos' head off. Yeah, he should have. So at the end of the day, Law is going to take the Avengers to win the Super Bowl on Jerry Jones' lead. You got me thinking now. I'm going to create an AI picture of Jerry Jones as Thanos, right? And Cowboy fans as the Avengers. Or all of the players. Which one? I should do Cowboys players as the Avengers. Yeah. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you off from the way you want, if darkened and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. Come on, baby.
What more do you want from me?
Let's get it. One love, DC for life. Woo, I'm gonna do that too.
Tell them run it up.
Run it up.
I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest.
Come on.
Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10, rub through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Come on with it.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
All right, baby.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
All right.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation, baby.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. Right. No drip, this tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them
run it up, baby.
I wake up,
Law
thumb down, now
Nation.
No drip, this tell them
run it up, baby.
No sleep,
come
no
on.
Rest. Might crash, might wreck.
Right. I'm working on the audio and the graphics now, baby. Law Nation.
Call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry.
In a hurry, baby.
London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself they getting buried. That's what the devil used to love playing those games.
Come on with
Made
it.
some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not my mama, baby.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Come on.
I wake up,
Law
down,
Nation.
No drip, this tell them
run it up, baby.
No sleep, no rest.
Come on.
Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them
run it up.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this tell them run it up. No sleep.
Look at that graphics on demand over here, baby.
But first I stretch. Tell them
Run it up. Come on with it, baby. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this. Let's get on up out of here. DC for life, not for short. Hey. Oh. Come on with it. Come on with it. Take a drag of my cigarette. Again. How y'all like that graphics right there? Brought to you by Law Nation Sports. What we tell them, baby? Don't let the street lights hit you. It's danger, baby. What she do? Yeah. I'm gonna make all of the should I make Cowboy fans the Avengers? I'm gonna try to create a I gotta be Doctor Strange though, you know what I'm saying? Crazy work. Until next time, DC for life, baby. All at one.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's
dangerous.
You go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Shout out to you, David Jenkins. Salute. Whatever you do,
if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on.
I just want to
fly on.
Say this though, you know, and I definitely don't want to go, but I gotta go. John Murray, that's in the chat, he says Dak Prescott told us last year as a Cowboy saying that, you know, this is our year or what have you. So you going to let him lie to us again? What he's supposed to say? That we're not going to make it? We're not going to win? You know, Grandma and them saying that these are the last days of our lives and Christ is coming, you know. and he gonna come like a thief in the night. He's coming. Yeah, it's gonna be the end of the world, right? Where this world is going. Now she dead and gone, and I'm still waiting on Jesus Christ to come back. I haven't seen him yet, you know, and he's been gone for 2,000 years, you know, allegedly, you know. So, what's she supposed to say? He ain't coming, or he is here. He never left, right? So you got to always understand that thou should decree a thing and it shall be established. I get all of that. But just because one decree doesn't equates the time that we're looking for doesn't mean that person is a liar, right? Who gonna say, oh, grandma, you lying. He ain't coming. Nah, so that's how it is. This is, at the end of the day, this is a sport. It is literally labeled as entertainment. It is for it is, you know what I'm saying? He coming though, Law. Yeah, he coming. So for 2,000 years in a row, you know, for the next year, the next 1,000th of a year, people are still waiting. So it may not come when you want to, it may not come how you want to, but you got to be steadfast and believe in what your team is, and that's just how it goes, unfortunately. And for those Eagles fans right now, this their moment to shine, just like it was the Chiefs' moments and all of this stuff. It doesn't mean that people are a liar for saying, hey, this is our year. This is going to be our time. You know, I say it all the time. Shoot, I ain't going to say this is not going to be my day. This is going to be my day. You just never know what's going to be around the way. So y'all got to understand that's the mindset that you got to have.
But they're not denying anything, and they're not refuting any of the facts.
Let me talk about some of the major charges. And I just jotted down a few of the. I mean, you're saying, for example, virtually every team owner gambles on football teams.
Well, I'm saying that no fewer than 26.
That's
NFL team owners have documented ties. Past and present NFL team owners have documented business ties to either the gambling community and/or the organized crime syndicate. I'm also saying that no fewer than 70 NFL games have been fixed.
Now that's pretty rough stuff. You're saying no fewer than 70 NFL games have been fixed. You mean the outcome, the point spread, what?
I'm saying the points were shaved and thereby fixed. Yeah.
How does this happen?
Well, I first got into this about 1983. Vincent Persani, who is the head of the Michigan State Attorney General's Office Organized Crime Division, told me, if you're going to do a book about the NFL, Dan, you're going to have to get into this guy, Don Dawson, because he was fixing games. We knew it. I went to my friends and my sources at the Internal Revenue Service, the Organized Crime Intelligence Division. They said Don Dawson was fixing games. I went to the FBI, the Organized Crime and Racketeering Section of the Justice Department, and Strike Force field offices. Everybody told me what Don Dawson was fixing games. At that point, I had enough evidence to print that allegedly Don Dawson was fixing NFL games. He was a major bookmaker in the Midwest. I then went to Dawson, I tracked him down, I jumped through all kinds of hoops to interview him, and when I interviewed him on about the 7th or 8th interview, he admitted to me that he had personally participated in the fixing of no fewer than 32 NFL games.
How does that happen?
He liked to work with the quarterback. He would go to the quarterback would come to him and say, I need some bread. What's the line on the game this week? And the bookmaker would say, you guys are favored by 6 points. And then the reply was, we're not going to cover the spread. And basically that was it.
Now, do you name players?
Oh, sure. I name players. And also in 1979, I go into the specifics of 8 fixed games that were allegedly fixed by 2 referees who were investigated by both the FBI and the IRS. And I list the 8 games on page 308 of the book.
Yeah. Are drugs involved in this at all?
Yeah, drugs are the real variable in all of this. I mean, when a drug dealer has a relationship with a player, there's an extortionate edge to that situation whereby that dealer has that player's career in his hands because of the drug policies within the NFL for throwing a person out. Within the past few years, no fewer than 9 NFL teams have been investigated because their players were receiving drugs from gamblers. Now, I know gamblers who, on principle, refuse to sell drugs, but I'm not aware of many drug dealers who on principle refuse to gamble. And the key here is that the NFL is very aware of the fact, and their worst case scenario is the player who's strung out can't pay his bill to his dealer, and so the dealer comes to him and says, hey, you owe me money, and the dealer says, and the player says, I told you I can't pay it, and the dealer says, that's okay, but
they have nothing to say.
But they're not denying anything, and they're not refuting any of the facts.
Let me talk about some of the major charges. And I